Bàbá mi ti sọ̀rọ̀ mi dayọ̀. Jésù Kristi mo dúpẹ́ o ṣeun. Gbogbo òkè ìṣòro mi ti di pẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀. Hey, hey, hallelujah. Bàbá mi sọ̀rọ̀ mi dayọ̀.
Bàbá mi ti sọ̀rọ̀ mi dayọ̀.
Jésù o ṣeun.
Jésù Kristi mo dúpẹ́ o ṣeun.
Ṣeun. Oh yes. Oh yes. Yeah.
Hallelujah.
Break it down. Now, oya tẹ́wọ́ ẹ̀. Èmi gbọ́jú mọ́ ṣọ̀fà. Kò kí ń pariwo rárá. Nítorí he has grace. Grace yẹn ló fẹ́ bèrè nsìn. Tẹ́wọ́ ẹ̀ tó bá dẹ̀ wọ́n ẹ má tẹ́. Máa gbọ́. Ire ayọ̀. Ire ayọ̀. Ire ayọ̀. Bàbá látòkè wá lọ́dọ̀ rẹ lọ́wọ́ bàbá.
Ire ayọ̀.
Pariwo kò sọ bẹ́ẹ̀.
Ire ayọ̀. Bàbá látòkè wá.
Look at that. I believe we are in a revival. This is not a concert. It's like a concert ni. I'm at it diving at him something. She gets. Everyone is evangelist, but I'm a child of God. So pray, I'm a child of God. I'm a child of God. Oh yeah, too no, it's okay. Jésù ló pè ọ́ ṣá máa bọ̀.
Yàrá tètè yá máa bọ̀.
Break it down. I remember one of our preacher also recording, if you want to give your life to Christ, you should come out. In fact, èèyàn méjì ló jáde. Religion of pretense. I can see it all over you. But when they stood here and said, all the kinikon that is worrying you, whatever, you should come out, everybody was out. That means you don't even care about heaven. You only care about material things. Toma shake lọ́jọ́ kan. Mo ní Jésù ló gbé ọ ṣá máa bọ̀.
Yàrá tètè yá máa bọ̀.
Ó yá sáré máa bọ̀.
Yàrá tètè yá máa bọ̀.
Bó bá jẹ́ ẹlẹ́ṣẹ̀ ni ó ṣá máa bọ̀.
Yàrá tètè yá máa bọ̀.
Tó bá pànìyàn ṣá máa bọ̀ lọ́dọ̀ Jésù.
Yàrá tètè yá máa
Ìfẹ́
bọ̀.
ó ṣetán láti gbà ọ́ là o.
Yàrá tètè yá
Look at
máa bọ̀.
Ẹ jẹ́ àjọ kọrin. Kristi jọba. Ó pariwo tó. Mikaeli. Kristi jọba.
Ayé yìí o.
Èṣù wo.
Owó lulẹ̀.
Ó máa fò sókè tó máa wo mọ́lẹ̀ sí nù. Ṣó ti get? Ṣóyá. Mi ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ o. Ẹ̀yin boys ti bá rí MB tó bá sọ pé aago máa lé ẹ dànù ni o. Èṣù wo. Owó lulẹ̀. Let's go now. 1, 2, go. Owó lulẹ̀.
Owó lulẹ̀.
Okay now.
Owó lulẹ̀.
Ṣẹ̀yìn ẹni phase 1. Ó mọ kí ni ẹni. Now, sọ fún ẹni tó wà lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́. This is going to be a very interaction ní lálẹ́. So don't dull me at all. Sọ fún pé don't dull me at all. Bó ṣe ń lọ rẹ̀. Ó yá máa jó, ó fẹ́ forí balẹ̀ fọlọ́run ọba. Ó máa forí balẹ̀ fọlọ́run ọba ibi tó bá wà kó make sure kó tẹríba because ọlọ́run ju bàbá ẹ lọ. Ó ju. Oh. Máa gbọ́ o. Gbogbo ayé wo lẹ fún áńgẹ́lì ẹ̀júbà rẹ̀ ṣe yí ẹ mú àtẹ̀rẹ̀ wá ẹ ṣe lọ́ba àwọn ọba. There is no one like you, the mighty one in battle. Let all the knees bow before thee. All the mountains may move and the hills disappears, but even then my faithful love to you will remain. The covenant of blessings never be broken. Oh yeah, says the Lord of hosts. Oh yes. I worship you. I glorify your holy name. Ìwọ nìkan ló tó bẹ́ẹ̀. Bá gbogbo ògo lórí mi o. Bá gbogbo ògo lórí mi o. Ọba àwọn ọba. Ẹlẹ́rù ni ọba tó tóbi. Ọ̀rọ̀ tí ń gbé inú ọmọ ènìyàn fọ́hùn. The I am that I am. Take it out. In the beginning was the Word. And the Word was with God. And the Word was God. Everything was made through Him. Without Him, nothing made that was made. In Job, in Him was life. And the life was the light of man. The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness it can never comprehend. Oh, Ọba ni ọ̀rọ̀ tí ń gbẹ́nu ọmọ ènìyàn fọ́hùn. Mo máa gbé ẹja kú ni. Wọ́n sún Ọlọ́run. Mo forí balẹ̀ yìí. I worship you, the awesome God. Ojo, Olúwa ẹ tóbi o, ẹ tóbi o. Olúwa ẹ tóbi, ẹ máa tóbi o, ẹ tóbi o. Sẹ́ni tá lè fi ṣàkàwé rẹ̀ o. Emma Dogo, Sẹ́ni tá lè fi ṣàkàwé rẹ̀ ẹ tóbi o. Olúwa ẹ tó.
Olúwa ẹ tóbi o, ẹ tóbi.
Helelele.
Olúwa ẹ tóbi o, ẹ tóbi.
Kò sí yẹ. Kò sí yẹ. Mo fẹ́ kó move síwájú sìn. On my take, look for a partner. Look for a partner. Wá èèyàn kan kó dì í mú. Ó yá wojú ẹ̀ sọ pé neighbor. Are you ready to grow? Oh my, warn you. You are going to drag he or she. Tó bá ti sọ pé òun lọ, fílẹ̀ kò wẹ́lò mi. Ó yá, 1, 2, 1, 2. Ká lọ nínú ògo. Ó yá, ó yá, ó yá, ó yá. Ká lọ nínú ògo. For one. Ká lọ nínú ògo. 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 Oh, Tito, Tito. Sọ pé kò Tito. Sọ pé kò Tito. 1, 2. Ó yá nínú ọlá. Ó yá nínú owó. Ó yá nínú ọrọ̀. Ó yá nínú ògo. Ó yá nínú ògo. Ó yá nínú ọlá. Mo lọ sí nínú ògo.
Ó yá nínú ògo. Ó yá nínú ògo. Ó yá nínú ògo. Ó yá nínú ògo. Ó yá nínú ògo. Ó yá nínú ògo.
Ó yá gbójú sókè. Èmi fẹ́ pàṣẹ nítorí Ọlọ́run ọ̀ṣọ́fà náwó ẹ sókè kó gbójú sókè. Ó fẹ́ gbáre ni o. Sọ pé ọ̀run ṣí. Are you ready? Sọ pé ọ̀run ṣí. Á dá fún ẹ. Now we are going. Ó yá 1, 2, go. Ilẹ̀kùn ayọ̀ mi ti ṣí. Ọ̀run ti ṣí ilẹ̀kùn oore. Ẹ̀mí mímọ́ lálá ṣe pé iṣẹ́ tó dá ìkó lọ padà. Ó yá sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ sọ bẹ́ẹ̀.
Ilẹ̀kùn ayọ̀ mi ti ṣí. Ọ̀run ti ṣí ilẹ̀kùn oore. Ẹ̀mí mímọ́ lálá ṣe pé iṣẹ́.
Oh yes.
Ọ̀dọ̀ ìkó lọ padà.
Ó yá ìsọjí la wà sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ sọ pé ó yá sọ pé lórúkọ Jésù. Lórúkọ Jésù. Ó yá lórúkọ Jésù. Lórúkọ Jésù. Ó yá lórúkọ. Ó ní lórúkọ Jésù sẹ́. Ó yá lórúkọ Jésù. Ó ní lórúkọ Jésù. Agbára ń bẹ nínú. 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 Káwé sókè. Agbára ń bẹ nínú ẹ̀jẹ̀ ọ̀tọ̀.
Àgùntàn.
Agbára ń bẹ nínú ẹ̀jẹ̀ ọ̀tọ̀.
Àgùntàn.
Agbára ń bẹ nínú ẹ̀jẹ̀ ọ̀tọ̀.
Àgùntàn.
Ó yá nísìn. Ó máa pàtẹ́wọ́ fèmí ni o. Aṣọ di ṣẹlẹ̀ cherubù. Now, are you ready? Ẹni bá mo rí Jésù ló lè pàtẹ́wọ́. Are you ready? Are you ready? Ṣó ti yá? Á dá fún ẹ náà. Ṣorí kémi kan ti rẹ́dì. Ó yá jósì jósì. Ó yá mẹ́ta 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 làtẹ̀wọ́ ìlò ìlò.
Àtẹ́wọ́.
Sorry. Ẹni tí ò ní kò ní nǹkan kan. Ẹni tí kò ní Ọlọ́run kò ní nǹkan kan. Okay. Nílẹ̀ lóko nírìn àjò títí láéláé ìwọ lọ́lọ́run. Màmá gbé Jésù mi ga títí láéláé ni ẹni tí ò ní ọ ṣọlá kò ní nǹkan.
Ẹni tí ò ní ọ kò ní nǹkan.
Ó lànà síbi tọ́nà kò sí. Ó di Jericho pẹ̀lú agbára. Now let's sing. Money bang by your guitar, money bang by your guitar, money bang by your guitar, money bang by your guitar. Ọba wa, ọba wo, ọ̀rọ̀ tí ń gbénú ọmọ ènìyàn fọ̀wọ́. Ó tóbi títí, ó tóbi agbára. Now let's sing. Money bang by your guitar, money bang by your guitar, money bang by your guitar, money bang by your guitar. Ọba wa, ọba wo, ọ̀rọ̀ tí ń gbénú ọmọ ènìyàn fọ̀wọ́. Ó tóbi títí, ó tóbi títí, títí láéláé ni, títí láéláé ni. Ó tóbi, ó tóbi. Ẹ wo Ọlọ́run àmì, agbára ń bẹ nínú ẹ̀jẹ̀ ọ̀dọ́. Agbára ń bẹ nínú ẹ̀jẹ̀ ọ̀dọ́. Ìwòsàn ń bẹ nínú ẹ̀jẹ̀ ọ̀dọ́. Àfúyẹ́ gẹ́gẹ́ tí ò ṣe é gbé. I love the way you put it. Jigbini tójú àtẹ ó fọ. Kí ló fẹ́ fà ẹ́? Ọba àwọn ọba ẹlẹ́rù ní ìlọ́ba. Sing take bóyá skaba. Ọba o, ọba o, ọba o, ọba sọ bẹ́ẹ̀. Ọba o, ọba.
Ọba àwọn ọba kábíyèsí. Only you can do this thing. There is no one else like you. Ọba àwọn ọba kábíyèsí. Only you can do this thing. There is no one else like you.
Ó lànà síbi tọ̀nà kò sí. In fact, owó di Jericho pẹ̀lú agbára. Kábí kò sí ó yeyeyeye. Ẹlẹ́rù ni o. Kò sọ́ba bí Jésù. Kò sọ́ba bí Jésù. Kò sọ́ba bí Ọlọ́run. Ọ̀rọ̀ tí gbénú ọmọ ènìyàn fọ́wọ́. Ajáde nílé máma tán nílé, mo gbé ọ̀gá. Ẹni tó lórí burúkú sọ lórí ire. Àwọn ẹ̀mí orí ọmọ dákẹ́dákẹ́. Bàbá mi, mo gbé ọ̀gá. Ṣé ìmọ̀ wọlé? Sábà dẹ́bi bíbí dáńtà. Sound, yeah. Everybody come near around, listen to me, let me your ears. If you look around you, everything you see, shaping a vanity. Oh mama, if you get the money, build the house, the photo, get the power, ojoko, omaku. Whether you like it or not, you go die, you go quench. Why don't you cool temper? Cool temper. Ojo melo la malula ye. To long we weary. My sister, cool temper. Swallow your pride. Nisi, Aisha kore. Ijo motumo ikore. Emma Pama look méje or patapari at 20. Everybody imagine malu. Gbogbo yín apalẹ̀ yín lọ lọ́jọ́ Sunday. Ìkórè ti tán. But let me tell you, èyí lóhun ẹni tí ń kígbe ní ìjù. Ẹ̀tún ọ̀nà Olúwa ṣe wò. Listen to the son of a man crying in the wilderness. Repent now. The kingdom of God is at hand. Show all light here. You will die one day. It's nínú ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì. Wọ́n sọ wípé ṣàdúrà ń ṣàmì. Ìjà ò sí ń ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì. Ìjọ mọ̀ wípé the most deadly politics is in the church. Ká pinnu bọ́lẹ̀. Káwíjọ́ ọmọ lọ́mọ láì dá. Olùṣọ́ àgùntàn ó ti fún gbogbo ọmọ ìjọ lóyún o. Ó gbọ́ ní. Wòlíì wa ó máa ń lo jazz. Ṣòfò bó ṣe ń tẹnu bọ̀lẹ̀ nínú Ṣárónì. Àánú ẹ̀ ń ṣe mí. Ọjọ́ kan lọ́jọ́ kan lájọ́jọ́ kan. Ó máa sáré títí ó máa rẹ̀ ẹ́. Wàá gbé apá ẹ̀ kò ní ṣe é gbé. Wàá fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ bí ẹ sọ. What does it profit a man that gains the whole wide world? My brother, at the end of the day, this man lost his soul. Kibani laka koko fefe. Ojú mi lọ mo jù ẹ lọ mo gbọ́n tó ẹ ò gbọ́n tó mi. Mo lè gòkè mo lè sọ. Ọjọ́ kan lápẹ́. Ọjọ́ kan ni, my brother. Why don't you cool your temper, Mr. Ray? No king has God, oh yeah. King has God, oh yeah. Let's shake the other. Àwọn ẹ̀kọ́ gbogbo wa la máa kọ́. Ẹ má sọ mí di television. A sọ̀rọ̀ máa gbèsè. Ẹ máa kọrin yẹn. Ṣó ti yá? Máa gbọ́. 1, 2, 3. Now go. No. No king has God. King has God. Money, no. Oh yes, King has God. No. The summer be a little man, King has God. Bíbélì sọ fún mi wípé ó ní lè jẹ́ kí epo àtàlìkámà kọ́ máa dà papọ̀. Ìtumọ̀ kúrò ní ẹ̀ náà. Àbí? At the end of the day, a ó fi iná jó epo. Àlìkámà sì máa gbénú àká o. Wọ́n á fi iná jó epo. Àlìkámà a sì máa gbénú àká. Bàbá ṣó sọ́jọ́ Wednesday. Ó ní ó sọ pé ó ní talent. Ọ̀tọ̀ lẹ́ni tó fún ní 5 talents. Tó sọ di 10 talents. And other people was giving what talent. Ló bá lọ di ló lọ bẹ́rì ẹ̀. Kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀? Ó ní wípé ọmọ ọ̀dọ̀ rádaràda. Ṣùgbọ́n bàbá ṣó ó wá sọ kankan pé ó sọ nǹkan tó wà very very important. Ó bá mi là á, ó jẹ́ kí etí wa kó là. Ó ní kò ṣe ọmọ ọ̀dọ̀ tòótọ́ ṣó òtítọ́ wọ́n ti kówó ìjọ fún ẹ. Ó ti ná jẹ ó fi ṣe business lọ́dà jí. Ó pera rẹ ní wòlíì ó ń ṣe chájà ń bè lábẹ́lé. Ó pera rẹ lólùṣọ́ àgùntàn ó ṣòótọ́ pẹ̀lú ọmọ ìjọ o. Ó wá pera rẹ lọ́mọ ọjọ́ o. Ìwàkiwà ló ń bẹ nínú ẹ. Kí ló dé? Bàbá korokoro lóhùn mi yóò máa dún létí ọmọ aráyé ìtàkùn tó ní kéwì máa gòkè àpá tòun tèmi ní ọjọ́ lọ. Pẹ̀tẹ̀pẹ̀tẹ̀ tábànà láfàtà ẹni tó bá kàn ó fara mọ́ má bínú sí mi. Ọ̀bọ̀n yẹn ló ní nǹkan rí ẹ bí mọ̀ but wá Ọlọ́run nígbà tó ń bẹ ní tòsí ẹ. Bó o bá lówó doesn't matter na privilege o. In fact, bó o bímọ tó wá ń sunkún ká gbogbo ayé. Don't worry, just be happy. One day, no one knows tomorrow. Ìjọ mímọ́ jẹ́ kó yé mi wípé ọgbọ́n kan tó ṣe ìjọ mímọ́ pé ó ní gbogbo wa la orí búkún gbà lágbára bá láwa ọ̀run. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, ó tún wá sọ wípé àwọn tí ń wo ju Olúwa a máa ṣe jẹ́ ká rẹ̀ mú wa. Gbogbo wa lárí búkún wa lágbára bá àwa ọ̀run. Sọ tó bá bọ̀ ní ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì pẹ̀lú aṣọ white tí one of the richest person in the church tó gbé jí kọjá nínú òjò ló wá ta mi sí ẹ lára má ṣe bínú rárá. Jésù ló ta mi sí ẹ lára. Orí ẹ pé Jésù ló ta mi sí ẹ lára o ní ìdá àti bínú. Just be sure of yourself. Believe.
Mo yí Jésù lógo. Mo yọ Ọlọ́run mi lógo. Nítorí kò dá mi sí, ó tọ́ mi dánmọ́. Ó mú mi jáde látàkì tán wá kí n lọ máa bọ́ wọn mọ́ aládé jẹun. Mo yí Jésù lógo. Ó wà láyé, mo wà láyé, gbogbo wa wà láyé. Ọ̀pọ̀ ló ti kú, ọ̀pọ̀ ló ti dẹni ìgbàgbé. Ó yá jọ̀wọ́ dákun yìn Jésù lógo. Mo yìn bàbá mi lógo. Olale, Oyi Jesu logo. Emi ma yin Jesu logo. Ẹ wá bá mi jíjó ọpẹ́ kò pẹ́ ní bámúre. Oh, once upon a time I was blind, but now I can see. Mo ní tẹ́lẹ̀ mo ti ṣáko lọ. Ṣé bẹ́ẹ̀ mi náà rẹ̀? Mo ń ṣakọ ìgbàlà, ó mú mi jáde látàkì tó wá. Ó ní kí n máa bá wọn máa ládé jẹun. Ẹ̀wẹ̀ níta ní kò lè pàgọ́, ló ń kọ́lé alárinrin. In fact, èmi máa yin Jésù lógo, mo yin Jésù mi lógo. Ìpè tó pè mí, ìpè ọlá mi ò, mo yin Jésù lógo. Bóyá ẹ̀kọ́ tó ní. Mo yin Jésù lógo, mo yin Jésù lógo. Bóyá. Ìpè tó pè mí o, ìpè ọlá mi ò, mo yin Jésù lógo. Ẹ wá bá mi jíjó ọpẹ́ yọ, nítorí kó ṣeun àánú rẹ̀ pọ̀ títí. Ká lọ nínú ògo. Oya. Ká lọ nínú ògo. For one. Ká lọ nínú ògo. Ká lọ nínú ògo. Ká lọ nínú ògo. Ká lọ nínú. Mo ní ká lọ nínú ògo. Ká lọ nínú.
Celestial music superstar, evangelist SEYI Solagbade is our special guest in the next edition of your favorite program, Hanging Out, on Tuesday, 11th of August, 2020. Tune into our Facebook page or YouTube channel at Celestial Television Network, CTN, for the program. Invite your friends and families as the music superstar will share all you need to know about his life and music career on the program. Time: 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 7 p.m. West Africa Standard Time. 7 p.m. British Summer Time. Hanging Out with evangelist SEYI Solagbade. It promises to be educating and entertaining. See you there.
Ilẹ̀kùn ayọ̀ mi ti ṣí. Ọ̀run ti ṣí ilẹ̀kùn oore. Ẹ̀mí mímọ́ lànà ṣe pé iṣẹ́ tó dá ìbò lọ padà. Ó yá sọ bẹ́ẹ̀.
Ilẹ̀kùn ayọ̀ mi ti ṣí, ọ̀run ti ṣí ilẹ̀kùn rẹ̀. Ẹ̀mí mímọ́ lànà ṣe pé iṣẹ́
Oh yes.
tó dá ìbò lọ padà.
Ó yá.
Hallelujah. My beautiful people, how are you doing today? It is another beautiful day and moment in the land of the living, and we are grateful to God for the gift of life. It is your program again, and your host is here as usual. My name is Deborah Honi. Well, on today's program, it's going to be hot. It's going to be interesting because I told you last week that this week I am going to come with one of Celestial finest and most respected artists. And trust me, he's in the studio right here with us today on this program. You know what? I don't even want to introduce him because I don't even know the right way to do that. But we'll go on another quick break and I'll be right back with my guest. You know what we do? You have to tell friends and family. Tell them now to tune in. Celestial Television Network, on YouTube, Facebook, and you're going to join us live on this broadcast. Do that in a minute, and I'll be right back with my guest. Do not go nowhere. Stay with me.
Kálọ̀ nínú ògo. Oya, 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 oya. Kálọ̀ nínú ògo. For one. Kálọ̀ nínú ògo. Kálọ̀ nínú ògo. Kálọ̀ nínú ògo. Kálọ̀ nínú. Mo ní kálọ̀ nínú ògo. Kálọ̀ nínú.
Celestial music superstar, evangelist SEYI SolagBade is our special guest in the next edition of your favorite program, Hanging Out, on Tuesday, 11th of August, 2020. Tune into our Facebook page or YouTube channel at Celestial Television Network, CTN, for the program. Invite your friends and families as the music superstar will share all you need to know about his life and music career on the program. Time: 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 7 p.m. West Africa Standard Time. 7 p.m. British Summer Time. Hanging Out with evangelist SEYI SolagBade. It promises to be educating and entertaining. See you there.
Ilẹ̀kùn ayọ̀ mi ti ṣí. Wá! Ọ̀run ti ṣí ilẹ̀kùn oore. Ẹ̀mí mímọ́ lálá ṣe pé iṣẹ́ tó dá ìbò lọ padà. Ó yá sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ sọ bẹ́ẹ̀.
Ilẹ̀kùn ayọ̀ mi ti ṣí. Ọ̀run ti ṣí ilẹ̀kùn rẹ̀. Ẹ̀mí mímọ́ lálá ṣe pé iṣẹ́.
Oh yes.
Tó dá ìbò lọ padà.
Ó yá.
Oh God, any tèmi today, don't try me, because you're going to see the other side of me that you've never seen before. I'm going to do a lot of singing, because don't come and kill my star. It might be today that I will hit my jackpot. So I'm going to do a lot of singing. I want to give you a clue to who my guest is today. Let me cough. See on. Ọba ikú. Do you have an idea? Do you have an idea of who that guest is right now? Pẹ̀lú orin yẹn, national anthem sẹ̀lẹ̀ ni mo kọ yẹ o. Timo. Okay. Kò sí wàhálà. Don't let me stress this too much. My guest. My guest. Where is your face? Show my viewers your face. Oh.
My host.
Brasheyi, you are welcome on the program.
It's a pleasure is mine.
It is so nice to have you here today. Thank you so much for joining.
And thank you so much for having me, my sister.
You're welcome, sir. And you see, I don't disappoint you, right? The last time I said I was going to come with a powerful musician, I did. I came with Sake. I told you last week that I'm coming with another powerful one after you heard from Ajidara. And here I am with Oluseyi SolagBade. I'll let him go ahead with the introduction. Brasheyi, my viewers want to know.
My name is Oluseyi SolagBade. I'm a musician and a true Celestian. I've been playing music. I've been in the music industry since I was, God knows when, Thank God, it's going roughly into 40 years now. So we thank God we are still relevant. So that is who she is,
Hey, Brasheyi, you don't know anything. You are dealing with Oliver Twist today. You are doing coded. You don't want to tell us
nothing there happen now. I'm here for you now.
Okay, now let's get going. Okay, so Brasheyi, there is one question that I love to ask so much.
Yeah.
And I'm going to do that with you today.
Okay.
So, Brasheyi, are you a shepherd's kid?
I was born into the church. Um, my dad is a shepherd. Yes. Um, I'm a church boy. I've grown up in the church, throughout my life. In fact, I spent more than half of my life in the church vineyard. So yes, my dad is a shepherd, was a shepherd because he's late now. And it's a fantastic, experience of so much, I'm so proud of that. To
Mm,
say to
very right.
anybody anywhere that I'm only shall be on the way.
Yeah, and I'm going to tell you why I asked that question. Because somebody said sometimes
Okay,
ago that being a shepherd's kid, there is every possibility that such child while growing up will have access to the church instruments. You can rehearse a whole, and at the end of the day, it will help
absolutely,
you develop and
absolutely,
become a musician possibly in future.
absolutely,
So in that point of
absolutely,
view,
absolutely. That really work and that really helps us. As a shepherd and shepherd child, you have every access to the musical instrument in the church. You know, that's an advantage for us.
right?
So me, for example, even with or without anybody, I've started picking one or two, three instruments to to play it on my own, to teach myself and taught myself how to play it rather. You know, that was how I I developed my general musicianship perfectly well. Even without the congregation or the rest of the choir, I have the choir to myself
Mm,
anytime they are absent, and start doing my thing.
right.
So it's an advantage. It's an advantage for us.
So what then do we say in the case of some shepherd's kid that grew up without knowing how to play anything or sing any song or whatever?
And
Somehow,
sometimes, we have different kind of talents, but most of shepherd's children, they usually have this kind of musical talent, and I think God is using that to complement those shepherds, in a way. What is hardly that you see It's hardly that you see a shepherd's children that doesn't that is not, I mean, musically fit, in a way, So I think is a kind of way of giving back to that particular shepherd, because I remember when I was growing up, lot of a lot of my friends who are shepherd's children, you know. We usually talk with music and we play music together, you know. So I think is like a bonus for
mm.
for those shepherds, Most almost all their children usually uh, have one or two talents, to support the family. I think that's the secret.
So we can rightly say that it's just God's way of completing that ministry. Just
You
in case,
you are
by
you are, you are
call.
You are now talking. That is the secret. Because most of these shepherds, most of these Oluṣagutan, most of them they stay in the church, serve people, serve
Right.
God. They don't really have anything that they are doing, than to just stay in the vineyard.
Right.
And the children also must be blessed, in a way. And I remember some, olden days. So I don't know about this time. all these children in the church, they usually have this kind of stubborn kind of attitude,
Attitude, right?
and those people usually say, "Ah, ọmọ olùṣàgùtàn ni ẹ, wọ́n ti máa ń burú jù, wọ́n ti máa ń jà jù," all this kind of stuff. But at the end of the day, God tried to, change that completely, and you see now, most of, maybe I'm talking about the 70s, 80s, or when I was growing up, or now, all those kids, they were given to those Olushagutans now. You can see their life now. Most of them are standouts, in a way, So, and you know, that's a gift for them, I think.
I agree with you. Our dad any lucky, it is well.
It doesn't matter. Everybody has one or two things. For you
No,
not
it's
to know how
okay
to
now.
sing, for you not to know
Yeah,
how to sing doesn't
yes.
doesn't mean that, okay, maybe you don't have one. Why you are the one that is presenting this thing now, and it
So it's
is,
a gift.
you sound professional, and then the way you are doing your stuff. So even your tone, your tone, as you're talking, you're supposed to be a singer and a good soprano
Ah,
singer. So why wouldn't
but
you know how to sing?
Jay,
At
well,
all.
Joe, embarrass
It's
me.
not
Let's see as
until
it is.
it's not until it's not no. You may sound tone deaf. That doesn't mean that you can't sing. You know. Most
Right.
music teacher, they love going for those people that are tonal. You get my point. But for
Mm.
for you to call yourself a music tutor, or a voice tutor, our NEPA Nigerian situation has happened though. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ bá mi tan generator ẹ jọ̀ọ́. You know, you know, Nigerian format.
No problem. We understand that. We're just gonna go on a very quick one. We'll go on a very quick break with one
Okay,
of our
okay. Then we
nephews
on
on.
then we on my
While we fix
generator
that,
now.
and we'll be right
Okay.
back. Please stay tuned.
Nice.
Emma love you.
Ẹ máa kọrin kẹ máa jó kẹ́sì máa yọ gbogbo jọ mímọ́ nítorí ìfẹ́ rẹ̀ ń bá lò wá.
Jẹ́ wá tán. Jẹ́ wá tán.
Ọ̀pọ̀ òjò ló ti rọ̀ ẹ́ ilẹ̀ tí fi mú. Ọ̀pọ̀ ìjì ló ti jà ẹ́ kò tóbi mú ọ̀pọ̀ rárá. Not that I'm worthy to be alive, no be say I better pass who has no life. And your loving kindness, they make me dance, they make me pose, they make me dance. Once upon a time I was blind, but now I can see. Mo ní tẹ́lẹ̀ mo ti ṣáàpù lọ. Oore ọ̀fẹ́ Ọlọ́run ló pè mí padà, ló bá sóhun tuntun láàyè mi. For everybody to come and rejoice with me. Ẹ wá bá ó yá náà. Ẹ wá bá mi jó, ẹ wá bá mi yọ̀, ẹ wá bá mi jó, ẹ wá bá mi yọ̀. Ọlọ́run ṣe ohun tuntun láyé mi, mo jó mo yọ̀. Olúwa ṣe ohun tuntun láyé mi, mo jó mo yọ̀, mo yìn bàbá. Break it down, down, down. Sori, mo fẹ́ kó sọ kankan tó bá wà ní tó bá ń wò mí, wá di orí ẹ mú, because Ọlọ́run sọ fún mi pé òun ti gbére kan dé báyìí, so get, wàá máa sọ wípé tó bá mú orin ẹ o. Now listen. Dire, ayé mi dire o. Dire, ayé mi dire. Ọba mi mo ti fún mi láyọ̀.
sí ni má wọrí ṣókè jẹ́ kí n tún gbé báyìí. Ire ayé mi dire. Mo ní dire ayé mi dire o. Ọba mímọ́, ẹ̀mí mímọ́, ọba mímọ́ ti fún mi láyọ̀. Òdìrẹ, ayé mi dire, mo lọ dire. Ire ayé mi dire, ire ayé mi dire. Ọba mímọ́ ti fún mi láyọ̀, ó dire ayé mi dire. Bóyá àwọn áńgẹ́lì yọ lọ́dọ̀ bàbá o. Àwọn áńgẹ́lì yọ lọ́dọ̀ bàbá. Iṣẹ́ tí bàbá rán wa o, làwa yóò máa ṣe. Ọmọ ìjọ mímọ́, ó yá pélé. Nínú ayọ̀ làwa lọ́dọ̀ bàbá o. Nínú ayọ̀ làwa lọ́dọ̀ bàbá o. Ayọ̀ bàbá o, yeah. Ayọ̀ tí bàbá fún wa yóò dé òpin. Orin, orin ṣẹ́gun, lélẹ́lẹ́lẹ́lẹ́. Orin ṣẹ́gun, yáyáyá. Orin ṣẹ́gun, láwa ìbọn. Ọba àwọn ọba o. I want you to sing this one because let me take your mind back to the, to the 60s, because right now we just been going and going and going in Christ, But go back to more, mommy go.
Iṣẹ́ rẹ̀ hàn, bàbá.
Èdùmàrè mú mi jáde lónìí o. Ọba àwọn ọba. Ọba tí ń gbénú ọmọ Adélébà ṣògo. Gbígbéga lórúkọ rẹ o. Bóyá ìbá máa ṣe pé Olúwa tí ó wà fún wa ní. Ìbá máa ṣe pé Jésù Kristi tí ó wà fún wa ní. Ìbá máa ṣe pé Dájíhóvá tí ó wà fún wa ní ìfẹ́ ọ̀gá. Ìbá máa ti ṣe lórí gbogbo wa. Ìbá máa ṣe pé Olúwa tí ó wà fún wa ní. Ìbá máa ṣe pé Jésù Kristi tí ó wà fún wa ní. Ìbá máa ṣe pé Dájíhóvá tí ó wà fún wa ní ìfẹ́ ọ̀tá. Ìbá máa ti ṣe lórí gbogbo wa. Ìbá máa ṣe pé Olúwa tí ó wà fún mi ní. Ìbá máa ṣe pé Jésù Kristi tí ó wà fún mi. Ìbá máa ṣe pé Dájíhóvá tí ó wà fún mi ìfẹ́ ọ̀tá. Ìbá máa ti ṣe lórí gbogbo wa. Ìbá máa ṣe pé Olúwa tí ó wà fún wa ní. Ìbá máa ṣe pé Jésù Kristi tí ó wà fún wa ní. Ìbá máa ṣe pé Dájíhóvá tí ó wà fún wa ní ìfẹ́ ọ̀tá. Ìbá máa ti ṣe lórí gbogbo wa. Ọkàn wa yọ̀ bí ẹyẹ jáde kúrò nínú okùn wa pẹ́. Ọkàn wa yọ̀ bí ẹyẹ jáde kúrò nínú okùn wa pẹ́.
Consider our people. You're welcome back. Apologies for that. It might be no. We're back now, and Basheyi is still in the house. Basheyi, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Unfortunately, my gen just messed the whole thing up, so I have to use my camera something just to.
Don't worry.
So let's try and manage it like that.
Who is a liar? We are having this show. Yeah, it's good. At least they can see your face. Anything me should be shall repay original but that
Yes.
I be fake but that shit you are.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go over him.
Yeah.
So where are you from?
Yeah. I was born in Lagos. I'm a native of Egba land, you know. I'm from Ogun State, but I was
Very
born.
good.
Yes, I was born in Lagos.
Very, very good. And
Yeah.
one more Egba Ile, Basheyi, before we proceed. You
Egba
are
le
going to
ìgbàgbọ́ ti
How
sọ.
did you know we are coming to that one? Oh yeah, now. Oh yeah, you're not gonna stop. Oh, eti bere, no ni yeah. Oh yeah.
Ẹ̀gbá lé ìgbàgbọ́ ti sọ. Àwa Ẹ̀gbá ló ní Jésù, you know, because the whole Christianity is in Nigeria generally started from my own domain.
Bọ́dà Ṣèyí, irọ́ lẹ pa, ẹ̀yin ọmọ Ẹ̀gbá kọ́ lẹni Jésù. Àwọn ọmọ Ọ̀fẹ́ ló ní Jésù.
Àwa la introduce Christianity now.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ bá introduce Christianity, àwa la ní Jésù. Ifẹ̀ ló ní Jésù. Iléṣà ló kọ́lé epo sí. So, yeah.
Ìgbọ́rọ̀ ẹ̀rí ó wà lágbára gan. Ìgbọ́rọ̀ ẹ̀rí lọ.
Tó bá ti fẹ́ kúrò ní Ifẹ̀, tó fẹ́ journey from one state to the other, you need to stop at Iléṣà, get some gas, and then proceed. You see what I'm saying? So accord, yeah, well, under accord lógùn nígbà tó wà láyé. So that was wow. Story for another day. Remember story for another day. Okay, so now, Brother Ṣèyí, professionally, if you want to count number of years that you've been doing this, how long have you been in the music industry?
Professionally, although when I started music, I was so young, you know, I started playing music since '83. I mean, going on stage, playing on stage. I mean, professionally. You know, that was 83. So if I have to count it now, I think it's 37 years. Yeah.
ọmọ 37 years ago mà ti lọ ilé ọkọ o. Jésù.
Ó ti bímọ tán. Tí ọwọ́ ayé ò bá sílẹ̀.
You are doing well. Tọ́wọ́ ayé ò bá síbẹ̀ for real.
Ọwọ́ ayé ò bá síbẹ̀ tí ó bá dẹ̀ ṣe career woman.
Wow, that's a long time. That popular song, Bọ́lá ti tó fáfowó ra àwa Ìjẹ̀ṣà ló ní Jésù. Okay, I'm coming back to you.
Ẹ̀yin Ìjẹ̀ṣà ló ní what?
That popular song, See Ọba Àìkú. How did you come about that? Those lyrics are powerful lyrics. How did you come about the lyrics of that song? And while you were did you believe that CEO was going to go this far? But till this generation, people will still be listening to it.
I know. In fact, when I wrote the song, I was invited to come and initially I was invited for Makukuma album to write some, songs for the album, not to lead the album. You get my point. So when they told me, I said, no, wala, I can do it, I will write some songs to them. So when I went there, I think that was 89, early 89, when we are putting the album together, So I went there, when they told me there is this particular tree behind my dad's window there, Galva, and now told me I was listening to, because my dad usually play one music, Benin music, album from this Benin one, Paris. So I was listening to that music, and I got inspired by it. So sitting on that tree, I was writing the song, and I wrote the song. I didn't even see anything so special about it, So I took the music to rehearsal that day. So as I was, trying to teach them the song, for them to know the song, I didn't knew that the person that wanted to sponsor the album, that Oluwaponi album was in the altar sleeping, and the person of is late now, Justice Shubetu. So as I was doing the song for them, and the man just stood up, and look, nobody even knew that he was there, and he said, Orin Yeleleye. I love this song, this is the song, and suddenly he said, and I want Omo yìí ni mo fẹ́ kó kọrin yẹn. This is the guy I want to sing the song, and with his own, approval. No one can say no, because he's the one putting the money down. So
I know, right? I know.
So that was how I led the album, the whole tracks. I have some couple of songs also in the album. Then Baba Bro also composed some few of the songs also. Then some couple of two guys also. A lady and a guy also did some couple of tracks there. So I didn't even knew that the song would be a phenomenon, going to
Really?
be a futuristic kind of something. So, oh, praise God, you know,
Hallelujah.
yeah.
So is it correct to say that CEO actually brought Seyi Solagbade out? See, gbogbo èèyàn wá mọ̀ pé this is Seyi or
Yeah.
the
Okay.
song before
Celestically.
that.
Let's say celestically. I can say, yeah, the music really was the stuff that pushed me out really to the celestial church of Christ, and also for people to know, you know.
Hmm. So, what was your experience like working with the Makoko Choir alongside our legend like Baba Buruburu, working on the same project? What was your experience like at that age? And
Um, it was a great and huge experience for me then. You know, although those people that really produced the song and the album, and they are professional to be called. Likes of Benga, like Benga, they are older than me. Benga Obeki, they call him Obeki. He's in America now. In Maryland. Then Brian Carr, that one plays saxophones, and Tiwa, Tiwa, that one is late now. He played trombone, and then Ayo Oyedeji, then Tyru. Tyru is no longer a Celestial now. He's a big pastor now, you know, and and couple of professionals then, because all those guys that I mentioned played for Femi Kuti there. They
okay,
were the foundation member of this band and Positive Force there. And working with those guys, gives me another open up my intellectual, my brain, and building up my general musicianship, and solidify it, in a way, you know. And because after that album, I did some couple of albums also, and I step it up, you know, in a way, because we did an album before that album. That one is first Central Choir first album. That was in 1988. Baba Shohun to Yemi Fumi. Nini ayé mi kì í má máa mo ṣe o. Nini ayé mi kì í má máa mo ya. Nini ayé mi kì í má tààràkà kí n tó jẹun. Bàbá Ṣóhun tó yẹ mí fún mi. The song was supposed to, I mean, Uncle Remila Banji supposed to lead the album, and in the studio, he just woke up to me and said, Seyi, you are going to be the one who's going to sing this song. Only, I was the youngest then, in the choir, in the central choir then. So I said, I know Alaba. And I did it. And that was it. That was my first album with Celestial Church of Christ, and CEO was the second
second one.
one, and eh, eh, fantastic experience, and which I thank God for giving me the grace and the opportunity,
Right.
to, you know,
Adúpẹ́. If you have the
yeah.
opportunity to work on CEO again, would you like to change some of the lyrics or you want to improve on it? What would you like?
Mm, actually, that's CEO of the thing. To me, professionally is, I don't want to say but if I want to do something, I mean, which I'm going to do, because I'm going to reproduce the music,
Okay.
and and I I'm going to, you know, I mean, do it in my own way, in my own way, you know. I mean, but just look, watch out for that.
What?
Anyway,
Okay. So we are expecting to see your remix any moment from now.
no
By God.
wahala, definitely. Just
Eh,
watch out for it.
kò sí wàhálà, but bá ṣe before we move away from see your matter,
Procedure.
can you give us a picture? Like, ẹ jẹ́ ká gbọ́ sí ọ yẹ ó yá nà ó yá
You
jàre
mean the
ó
you
yá
mean the CEO?
sí ọ nà ẹ fún wa sí ọ ẹ jẹ́ káwọn èèyàn mi kọ́ mọ̀ pé
Okay.
ẹni tó ní sí ọ náà ló ní ó
Oh,
yá.
okay. Ogoloye fún Elédùà. Madam Ilo. Ogoloye fún Bàbá o. Ẹni tó ga jù gbogbo
Báwo ni bàbá
ayé lọ. Yé lọ. Ọpẹ́ yẹn o. Mo ní sí ọ o. Àtọ̀fọ̀rántì o bí òkè. Kílẹ̀ fẹ́ ayérayé o. Ire tó ń bá wa lọ́jọ́ gbogbo. Ògo ló yẹ fún Elédùà.
Ó yẹ fún Ẹlẹ́dùà.
Ọpẹ́ ló yẹ fún Bàbá. Ẹni tó ga jù gbogbo ayé lọ. Yé lọ. Ọpẹ́ yẹ o.
Ọpẹ́ yẹ ọ́. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni o, that's
Thank
the
you,
original voice
thank you.
gangan.
Thank you.
So Ṣèyí, this your voice you know that
Mhm.
I argue for a very long time nípa obìnrin ló kọ orin yẹn. The way you
Yeah.
just go from one, yes, I argued it very long time pé obìnrin ló kọ.
You know that particular time, my vocal cord, my range was, because I was young that time, and it's the range is still, is still not yet so strong, it's still intact. So I was in between high tenor, then I was high tenor. So, but it's different from now that the range has dropped to a baritone, So whenever you see me doing some partial notes, I'm trying to sing. They call it ed tone, I think, like the way I sang just now, that's not my range now. I was trying to imitate that former one, you get my point.
Yeah.
So I was trying to imitate that. So with that, I think, with that, praise God, they helped us to bring to do the light.
Ẹ ṣé o.
So close the door. So because of the sound, noise. So I was trying to. Ẹyẹ pariwo. I'm live. Sorry, sister, honey, I'm live. Yes, okay. So, partially. So I tried to sing alto. That was the one I did. Ogoloye fún Elédùà. That's not my actual range. You know, if I want to sing in my Haitian range, I'll just say, Ogoloya fun Eledua, Opeloya fun Baba o, ẹni tó ga jù gbogbo ayé lọ, yé lọ, ọpẹ́ yẹ ọ́. You get my point now. So
Yeah.
I okay, you know, professionally you should be able to do it if you're a good singer, you know,
Mm,
trying to, I mean, use every range that you can.
right. I agree with you.
Yeah,
That was
okay.
wonderful. But then, even up until now,
Yeah.
you are one of our numerous musicians, but a very
Mhm.
special one that is good at this melodic progression. Tí kò dẹ̀ ní accident lójú ọ̀nà tó ṣe ń lọ. And I wonder how
Mm,
you do that so conveniently, and you go like that and still come back to the normal one. And I'll be like, okay, what is the secret behind this thing? Is there something special that you're doing outside it or what?
no, 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 no. You know, don't call me king of music. Oh, there are a lot of king of music.
I
Thank
beg,
you so
are
much.
they?
Anyway, I appreciate that. Anyway, what I'm trying to do is that um professionally, you know, um you must understand as for example, you are a vocalist. I mean, your instrument is vocal. You get my point. You must understand the technicals behind it. You know, you must understand your skills. You must understand your um, notes, and you must understand dynamics. You understand? Not, you know, our regular musicians, you know, I call them regular, not that their music is not beautiful, not that their music is not professional. But we call them regular because, you know, right now in the 21st century, simplicity makes sense. People want to sing along with you. People want to, the audience want to feel the musician. They also want to sing. They also want to perform the music. You get my point? So with that process, people, I mean, the musicians make lesser, you know, tone color or phrases or dynamics. You understand? So they love singing straight. You understand? But you get my when on this, to me, I I love varieties. You get my point? I so much love varieties. I don't like something being simple. You get my point? Something being simple, you know, straightforward, all those kind of stuff. You get my point? I want to create, you know, there is three things that makes a good, I mean, musician. One, your talent. Two, sense of creativity. Then three, sense of application. So when you don't have that three, you only build on talent. You get my point?
Mm,
And that talent is, you know, is not enough because if you want to be futuristic in a way, if you want to be futuristic, if you want your music to be evergreen, you understand, you
mm,
need to, you know, be versatile in a way. That is where sense of creativity comes in. And apply and how to marry your talents and creativity together of everything that you've been listening to. You can understand, for you to be able to put it together professionally, you need sense of application into it. You get my point? We have a
mm,
lot of musicians around, you know. You know, when you visit some jazz jazz clubs where you see, the scholars, the real professionals, you know, because they know everything about music generally. And even there are some jazz players who cannot play indigenous music. Regular music, so to say. But as a good musician, you must be good all rounder. You know your heart must not stereotype in a way. You have to create something new to the people because you know that music change. You know
Right.
it changes every season. You don't understand, and if you
Mm.
are not relevant to that season, ah, wala
That's
mawa. You
end
get
of
my
this.
point. So in a way, that kind of three elements can also still sustain you. You understand? For you to be able to fit in to every season. You get my point? In Nigeria now,
Right.
those people that started hip hop were not they are nowhere to be found again.
Mm.
Afro hip hop of a thing. You know, that thing started, was it not in the middle 90s, mid 90s? You get my point? Right now, we have new people. You get my point? But let's
Right.
go to like Fuji. Let's go to Juju music. You get my point? Uh, they call this guy Kwamwan. Kwamwan has been in this business since late 70s. You
Babani.
do understand? And
Yeah.
he's still relevant.
Very,
He's
very.
still relevant because he managed with the help of uh, his instrumentalities. You get my point?
Mm.
Managed to fine tune his own style of Fuji. You understand? That makes him
Yeah.
relevant till date, such as many of them like that, Ochupa, all this kind of, even in the juju setup, Obe's still relevant. Play all the music in the 60s is still relevant. Sonny Ade is still relevant. So if those people are still relevant, those people that just started in the mid 90s, not necessarily fade away, and it's 5 years, 5 years, we see another people coming in again. They forget about the people. So
Mm.
that is to say they only operate on talent.
Mm.
You get my point? I'm not trying
Yeah.
to run anybody down, but I'm just giving analysis. You understand?
Mm.
So a musician, you get my point? You know, you must be versatile. You know, your brain must, open up to any kind of genre of music. That is how you sustain your heart. That is
Mm.
how you stay relevant.
Right. Right. I agree with you on that. Now I know the secret. So kò ṣe pé that you meant, so I get that. Thank you. Thank you for that true confession. Now, Brother Sheyi,
Yeah.
at some point we know you were with Baba at dating room. How long were you with him? And I know Baba is not a very easy person to deal with because the first time I saw him, he took off your more central choir kopa in my imagine what you would have done if this person was in Nigeria and not in America. How were you able to survive
Yeah.
under his training and how long were you with him?
Yeah. You know, Baba, Baba is a good teacher. You know, he tutored me. He, he, he taught me so many things. You get my point. And uh, I can say we started Central Choir together because that was, even Baba said, Baba was usually come to Lagos, often, and let's say once in a while. when we started the Central Choir. That was 93. I was the only youngest in that choir. Any other people, just came maybe in the 90s, you know. And when Baba started, showing up for our rehearsals, after our album, after 1990, yeah, you know, I picked a lot of things from him. He taught me so many things. In fact, it was apart from he was the architects. He's part of the architects of the people that really, you know, who who really dragged me. Let me
From
just
you.
put it that way. Who dragged me to study music. Because first of all, he saw something bigger, which I didn't even see then. You understand? So he saw bigger thing in me. It was one who really, you know, confronted me and said, "Look, boy, you have a fantastic talent, but you need something to back it up, you know." And that was it. And with the support of, my ex-wife then, both of them were this kind of crazy who will always be on my neck, you have to do this, you have to do this, all this kind of stuff. So that was how I really achieved from him, and he's a great teacher. And I pray she'll God to go to Obami Laura again, and
Amen.
give him a
Soon.
better life, a longer life for him to
Amen.
uh, eat his food of labor and whatever they call it, you know, and yes, Baba is let me just say hardcore, it doesn't tolerate rubbish, I just want you to do always precise, precision is his own thing. If you mess it up, he will tell you straight, hey, in fact, but if you do it well, ah, you are his Ronaldo. He will place you to any to anywhere in the world. A fantastic teacher. And this guy really, I mean, I can say is the one that standardized. Celestial Surprise music. You know, and working with him. It was a great experience for me and a great achievement for me. You know, you know, and and because I worked with him for some couple of years, let's say more than 20 years, and we are still working together. For me not to be going to Central Choir every time, like I usually did with preference the show, but it's not that I'm not part of him, we still spoke last week. So talk every time, and if anything happens to him as I'm talking, maybe one, two people that they will call is me. So so
Mm.
Baba is like a father to me. Yeah. So
Wow. We thank
beautiful,
God.
cordial relationship and good relationship between us.
Yeah. Adúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run.
Okay.
So, Brother Shay, we
Yeah.
yeah.
Hello, pardon? I didn't hear you.
Yes, I can hear you. Okay, I said at some point we heard you left Celestia and you came back again. So, what brought you back?
I didn't left Celestial. Who told you that? Actually, I
Never.
heard about
Ah,
it. People usually all this kind of speculation. not for once. You know, our select people, they usually marry, they always marry this thing together, profession and religion. You get my point?
Mm-hmm.
Doing my own thing doesn't mean I'm not going to church for service. I'm not doing my own thing in the church. You get my point? I'm doing my own business. That's my profession. You get my point? So if I have show for London now, I'm doing my ethno jazz. So you want me to come to the service on Wednesday? I go on Sunday. So if doctor has an operation in the theater on service time, you ask them not to save anybody. You get my point. So they try to mix it up. You don't need to mix it up, you know. Then I was doing my thing, you know. I was doing my ethno jazz, you know. You know, I play secular music. You get my point.
Right.
Because maybe they wanted me to be putting on sutana and sing gospel music. So when they didn't see me doing that, I will you see me on the screen playing my ethno jazz. So that means I'm I know they go church. No, I go to church. Yeah, you get my point. So right now, you know,
So you're
doing
yes.
doing gospel music doesn't mean that you know I left it, I'm doing this, or you get my point. So I choose to do the gospel music right now because God told me to do it. You know, you get my point. I've not for once left church, you know, you get my point. So that's a wrong speculation from people, you know.
How did you feel? Because it was on the news, everybody heard about it then, and we were like, ah, we'll go conload that to the padà lẹ́kan nínú àwọn future sele and all of that. And all of a sudden, Seyi Solagbade is here again. Kí ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀? Kí ló ń sọ? You see
You
what I'm
know,
saying?
you know what word, you know, you need to pursue your own career. You know, when I remember when I was in the central choir, you know, is 100% and 10 commitment. You get my point. You now you have to you have to give it all for God. That was how we were brought up. But it reached some time that you will look back and see and look. You need to improve your life. Even those people in the church who are supposed to take good care of the talents in the church or the young ones in the church, they don't even care about you. You don't understand. I will
Mhm.
sing in the church. Most of them will say, "Oh, they will give a lot of testimony." When those guys, then the choir we are singing, I receive blessing. I do this and do that. You should have asked them also, what have they done? I mean, in return to those choir, they did
That
nothing.
bless them.
So,
Mm.
you know, and choir also, they have their own life to live. They have their own life
Right.
to improve. You understand? So
Mm-hmm.
it is a select that they will tell you Isholua, 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 and Isholua, Isholua, and Kolasho. You get my point. So they tell you that the manna will fall from heaven. And the same Bible told us if you don't walk, you won't eat. You understand? So if you are
Mm.
expecting, I mean, a musician in the church, in the vineyard, to be begging, or to be rendering his services for free. You get my point. You should have told,
Mm-hmm.
tell all the doctors, lawyers, you don't understand, other professions to do their own stuff for free also. All the Olushagutas also should be sitting on a zero wages. You get my point. So everything works together. You can't, live. I mean, leave one part and trying to take care of one part. It won't work. That is why you see all professionals in Pentecostals, you know, because Pentecostals say it as business, come to my church, I'll give you money, I'll touch up your life. And when they go there, their life improve. You get my point? They can put food
Yeah.
on their table for their family. You don't understand. All you have to see every day, 3 times in a week for the church, and they will see anything. At the end of the day, they will still go to one parochial chairman to beg for money. That one will say, yes, that's the bitter truth. That's the bitter truth. That is what is happening. It has happened to me a lot of times. Even one of your biggest name in Isele now, I remember that time, that was 1991. We did one Central Choir concert then at Makoko. This guy just, as I was singing, the guy was crying. And suddenly he stood up and said, I've seen God, I've done this again. You know, and made a pledge and said, this guy, I'm going to give you a scholarship. I will do this and do that and all this kind of stuff. Everybody clapped. Hey, Abari Babake, Eshego, you want to brush out this boy. It's like, at the end of the day, if that scholarship, maybe tomorrow. You get my point?
Wow.
So we need to help ourselves. We need to improve lives. I remember, was it not some days ago, you were asking question from one of your guests that you saw a post that a guy died, but they were begging for money for the guy to save his life. At the end of the day, the guy died and the money was not actualized. You understand? Now,
Yes.
tell me, or you ask them, did we have one of the most richest guy in Nigeria, in Celestia?
Of course.
How much is the money?
Do.
15 million. You get my
Billion.
point? So, and I don't really believe in this kind of thing. We operate on religion of pretense. Everybody comes to the church, only and down, all this kind of stuff. If in fact, when I wanted to come back to gospel music, I was asking God, see, I'm a realist. That is the way you created me. So I want to treat different kind of issues, not pretending and be calling myself one evangelist. I've told people not to be calling me evangelist. If you want to address me, just say Olusheyi. And if you want to respect me, put brother Sheyi. I'm still a kid, Mo ṣì me, 15, mo ṣẹ̀fẹ̀ 15. You get my point. So, and it's not, I can't be an evangelist. You know what they call evangelist? That name is too powerful. We must not have any blemish. You get my point?
Yes.
Ṣé ìwọ tó ṣì ń ṣàgbèrè tó ń ṣàgbèrè òun ó ṣì ń lọ sílé ọkọ ó ṣì máa ń ṣoògùn kéékèèké àwọ̀rò òkìkí all the musicians that call themselves whatever most of them still go to some people do okiki and all those kind of stuff, and you call yourself evangelist of what? Evangelist of your I can't blame them anyway, because they see most of their own Olusoagutans and their elders in the church also in the same terrain. Do you understand me? So,
Yeah.
not that I'm not telling you that I'm only oh, sister.
Gbogbo wa náà
Ẹlẹ́ṣẹ̀
lẹ́lẹ́ṣẹ̀.
lèmi o.
Ẹlẹ́ṣẹ̀ lèmi gan.
I'm telling you. Àdúrà lèmi máa ń gbà lójoojúmọ́ kọ́ lọ́ọ́ jọ kó dáríjì mi. If I die now, there's possibility for God to throw me into one hell. Ọlọ́run, I'm telling you. So, not that I'm trying to tell you that you get my point. No,
Yeah.
no. But what I'm saying is this. We should move away from this kind of religion of pretense and face the reality. Serve God. You know, how do we serve God? Influence lives positively. There are a lot of people that you can influence. For you to have money or to be in a power or to be in one big position, it's not by your power. It's not by your something. You get my point?
Yes.
One of the biggest politicians died. Was it not yesterday?
Benny.
He has money. Someone that I knew. You get my point? They control. You get my point? They own this country. You get my point? When some of their associates called me, Sheyi, you have to do some song for him. You have to say, I won't say what I said. Okay, no wala. I just did some captions and others and I send it to them. If you want to use it, do use it to your something. But what has he done in my life? He did nothing. I've never benefited anything from them. So why my own? You get my point. That was exactly what I told them. You get my point.
Yeah.
Because when they were in Kineko, before we are buying bag of rice for 5,000 naira. Right now in Nigeria, bag of rice is 26,000 naira. Wow. So what kind of crazy change is that? I don't want to be political, both the party, left and center, they are birds of the same feather. So let's leave that. You get my point? But, let's love ourselves, improve lives. Let's support ourselves. That is how Celestial can grow.
Right.
Develop our youths. Go into the choir, develop them. All this mentality of, they usually come up with this kind of liturgy again, that you must not keep theirs. And I ask them, look, show me in the Bible that you must not keep beers. Or show me in the Bible that beers is the gateway to heaven.
Oh, hell.
Or, okay, let's leave Bible. Show me in Celestial Church of Christ Constitution that beers is forbidden. You get my point? Now, you can talk about beers. What about those new generation Olusoagutan, old generation, some old generation Olusoagutan who are still in court?
Right.
Why don't you treat that? You have to keep you have to clean up. That's a clinical. You don't understand. As a clergy, my dad clean, have clean shave. Oh, you cannot see anything from the. It's compulsory. I was born into this. I know Oshofa. I grown up saying it, living in their house. So to talk. Me gbeke Baba Nfarubo, fine. He wants to look, you know,
It's just choice.
man, a handsome man. If you know him, very, very handsome man, you know, tall, light, beautiful, beautiful man, you know, and tó bá dẹ̀ clean, tó fún wọn ní clean shave, bàbá mi máa tún gbé cowboy babel sí orí ẹ̀. Beautiful man, you know. So, you know, that is the way it is. Someone is trying to call me, but I can't pick it. You know? You know. So, what I'm saying is that let's face reality about God and do what is right for ourselves to improve this church. In fact, Celestial of Christ is a great church. I'm telling you, I can never leave my church. I can't. Don't know. Let me ask you. If I leave Celestial Church, where do you think I'll go? Me fit in now. Some other churches now. No. I'm only fitting here. Not that I can't go to those other churches to worship with them. I worship, I'm a professional musician. Sure. I go out, you know, but my own religion, oh, you get my point. And it's not necessary for you to agree with my comments. This is my own personal something. I'm sorry. You get my point. But, you know, it's not necessary. But I'm sorry. But I'm just trying to tell you my own perspective to things. You get my point. So I just want us to just love God, love people around you, and improve life. That's all.
It all comes down to the structure, the one thing that we've been talking about, that structure has to come in place in Celestia for so many
Exactly, absolutely. Proper structure. You see all this Olushaguton. My dad was giving, his salary then was 3 naira. 3 naira till, was it on 92? Later, he didn't even look at something, and any little money that they see in the church, they will divide into 3. One to get to, one to judge, one to take care of the clergy. So I was part of it. You know, it's true.
Yeah.
Someone was saying that, okay, she says part about choir members and their lifestyle. Fine. You know, some choirs, some are not even, you know, maybe because of their background, you know, and you know, the kind of music that we play in Celestial Shop Price right now is not really a spiritual music. You know that.
Yes.
Go to all these parishes. You get my point? Mm-hmm. You see a lot of things that is not even spiritual at all. Which I'm telling you, it is not godly.
Yes.
And I'm telling you this, and take me and quote me anywhere. It's not the fault of the choir. Even the congregation also want to be body. If you don't give them, I mean, everybody wants to dance. Everybody wants to dance. They still want to, you know, they still want to do all this so-called filthiness, the one that they've been doing in Owambe and in the club. You know, they also want to do it also in the service, in the church. Kí ni ìbáṣepọ̀ ara pẹ̀lú ẹ̀mí? You don't understand. I'm a musician. I'm a professional musician. If I'm coming from outside, you know, I play secular music before. Have you seen some of my dances? If you Google my name, you see some of my shows. I mean, old shows. You see my dances. You even see me naked. I will only put on a pant and a trousers when I'm playing my music. Then, so I know how it sounds as secular music. I know everything about it. A secular music on spiritual ground. You know, you'll be asking God to give you blessing. I mean, the percussion section is saying another thing. How do we improve spiritually and physically? I remember one time I was invited to one parish, you know, and they told me, I have money. Okay, fine, no wahala. I go come. If you go pay my money, no wahala. You get my point? I say, no wahala. Okay. Before I open my eyes, they don't send my money. Okay. The second day, they now call me again and said, Baba, I will fair bogo so do you if you want to but it's a church program. That was what he said. That was what they said, not one person in the church. Okay, I say, okay, Tumba, okay, go de on yes. I'm a professional now. My clients, he gave me a job. You don't understand. This is what I want. Then I will give it to them. You get my point? So immediately I going to that church, I decided not to go with Sutana.
Yeah. Okay.
You get my point? I went there with my mufti. When I got there, they said, Baba, why they say, I know. So oh, this is not a church. This is Owambe.
Yeah.
Party. And I gave them that thing. You know, we do everything. I finish, collect my money, waka comot straight. You get my point? Because people want it. Even the Olusegun will tell you, I fẹ́ pawó. Àwọn olówó yẹn wà bí ẹjọ́ ẹ fún wa lórin tó hot. Ẹ fún wa lórin. All we do, all we seek is money, 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 money. And God is aside watching everybody. Okay, that is what you want. Oh yeah. I just can't show. Everybody is guilty of it. You understand? I'm guilty of it. You get my point?
Yes.
Who is that Paul that says the kettle is black? Go alone, man. So let me just use this opportunity to tell it to everybody. This is the high time for us to go back to God. Do what is right. You get my point? Because anything on the share, you know what they call share? Gbogbo something on Queen's here. You get my point?
Oh yeah, well,
But when you are in the midst of God, at least let us respect God. I stay in Ikorodu. You know this Ikorodu. This thing usually, they are this kind of they so much cherish their culture. All this, ritual culture. They do rituals. They will say they want to do one oro today. In the next few months, we say they want to do another oro. Everybody. And the same people that are doing this oro are the same Muslim that we still go to whenever they want to do Ileya. You see them again killing something. I guess a couple of them as friends. Egbo, Sebi, I saw you with these Eluku people just now. You say, Oro Dile Wani. And it's the same guy that will ask me to come yọjú afẹ́ṣeléyà àmàpẹ̀ràn wá jẹran ọdún èmi jẹran ọdún ẹ̀rọ dáadáa wò ni. You get my point? So we need please don't get my word twisted.
Yes.
If you want to develop music, to beautify our music, it doesn't mean that it has to be worldly. You get my point?
Benny.
You can see now the most recognized musicians right now are those Pentecostals all over the world. Tó bá ti ń dọ̀rọ̀ ti ṣẹlẹ̀ ló máa gbọ́ àwọn ló máa ń fi owó àbẹ̀ àwọn ní pátì yẹn. You get my point?
Yes.
Which quote me and go and write this down. I'm going to change that.
Amen. No, we really want that change. We want that change.
You understand? Not changing our people in Zelel.
The mentality of bringing what
I'm going to change that mentality to the world that we have fantastic, brilliant musicians in Celestial to Christ. And just wait. Very soon you see.
Amen.
Very, very soon you see.
Okay, but actually, I agree with you on that. But to achieve this thing, I want to believe that it has to be a collective effort, because we can't have somebody trying to do the stuff as in like make it right, while some other ones are there trying to drag it down. If they know say lobby and
wait,
okay, sir.
Sister, wait. Nobody will drag anybody down. You get me?
Yes, sir.
You can take an horse to a stream or force them to the stream. Only force of rara. You can't force an horse to drink water. It's not possible. You get my point? But let me tell you one thing. Our people love copy. They love joining things. They don't have this kind of sense of experimenting. They love ready-made thing. When that thing is a standout by itself, you will see that they will join. That is why I don't believe in the collective things. You don't understand?
I understand.
Yes. Everybody that has the calling, we should continue to preach the gospel. Because don't let me lie to you. I'm doing something recently. I started, was it not November last year? trying to some of our music are hymns. I'm trying to simplify it, make it more, agreeable to the new generation. I'll just speak one particular, like, this Jehovah Alagba.
Yeah, I remember
You get my
Jehovah.
point? I want it to be a everyday music, even for non-Celestians. And it's happening. Definitely, if you play the song in your car, that means you are going for a walk. Your daily walk, and you're ojúmọ́ ire ló mọ́ mi o lónìí o mò ń jáde lọ jẹ́ kí n ṣàṣeyọrí lónìí o kí n má kélé ṣù lọ́nà ọ̀tún tòsì kí n ríre gbámú níwájú lẹ́yìn sọ mí daṣẹ́gun alákọ̀ọ́lẹ̀ ní tó ṣùmàrè ojú kì í ṣe pàbí rere ó dá mi lójú ọ̀nà àlá o bó bá fagbára ẹ̀mí mímọ́ rẹ wọ̀ mí tán àbùṣebùṣe ogun ọ̀run ẹ̀yà wọlé ẹ̀yà ọ̀nà mi sí mímọ́ kógo ọ̀run lè búyọ̀ látara mi káyé lè rí ó yá ṣagbára rẹ̀ kalẹ̀ mo ń pàṣẹ ní gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọmọ aláṣẹ káyé kó lọ gbé jẹ́ fẹ̀mí mímọ́ ọlọ́run gan máa dìde. Then I bring the music in. Jehovah alágbára alágbára ẹni mímọ́ ológo jùlọ jọ̀wọ́ fún wa ní agbára ẹ̀mí mímọ́ rẹ lọ́jọ́ òní o ká fi gbogbo rẹ hàn. You don't understand? So it's a day-to-day music. We just need to, if you want to be creative, not to be wayward. You get my point? So creativity has nothing to do with all that. Everybody fake jump all that way. God don't share it. So you can't crucify anybody to that.
So Jijam Sapo is more important now than winning souls for Christ. And
you are now talking
because Rashi, there's one thing.
Even those people that are preaching also want to Jijam Sapo, so they're not ready to say the truth.
Okay, then this is what I think, Bodashi.
Okay.
We cannot leave this matter as it is right now because they are not ready to make it better. And for every change to happen, so many sacrifices. We all want this change. But we want sanity back in Celestia. We want the right songs to be rendered during services in church. But how can we do this? At the identify problem with our sponsors in the church, our whatever they call themselves. I don't want to.
Parokia, Shama, whatever.
Yes. That's why I said sponsors in church because I want to lower, right? Okay, fine. Identify, but they are one of our problems. We identify some of the shepherds as part of our problem. If we want this change, we have to bring all of these people
together.
Yes, we have to consider them in the strategy that we want to use in making this change effective in Celestia. Because
wait, my sister, sorry to cut in.
Yes, sir.
That was why Central Choir was created. That was why Central Choir was created, to eradicate secularity, to standardize our musical culture, and to solidify our musical culture. Everybody has their own culture. Celestial of Christ has his own musical culture. Redeem has their own musical culture. You get my point? So once you cannot embrace your own personal culture, that means you want to be like other people. That means that you are a photocopy. You get my point? You want to be a photocopy. Photocopy na fake. Oh, this one is real. I am a tool. Wíwá tí mo wá, èmi kọ́ mo rárá mi, aṣẹ́dọ̀wé Elédùmarè tó rán mi níṣẹ́. Ó kọ́ yín sí mi lẹ́nu, orí máa kọrin. Orin dídùn dídùn, orin tó dùn lọ. You know, but if you are not real, you can't sound like that. You get my point? We must embrace our culture. That is the first thing. You know, I usually preach this thing every time. You know, in a theoretical world, we have something we call ethnomusicology. You get my point? And that ethnomusicology has to do with your culture. It's a study of musical culture of every race, different races. And that culture is the way you are, is who you are. And your PowerPoint is in that culture. Now, I'm SEYI SOLAGBADE. I have my own personal beauty when it comes to vocals. That is peculiar to me. Tí bá wá gbéra ń sìn tí mo sọ pé mo fẹ́ lọ máa kọrin bí Tọ́pẹ́ Àlàbí. Even tí bá try láti fẹ́ kọrin bí Tọ́pẹ́ Àlàbí. Are you hearing me? It is same people that will tell, Ṣèyí dẹ̀ sound bí Tọ́pẹ́ Àlàbí. Am I making sense? That word, Ṣèyí dẹ̀ sound bí Tọ́pẹ́ Àlàbí, doesn't make you real. That's, in fact, that one has diminished you completely. You get my point? So we need to improve, and we need to, create a reasonable standards. Structure. You get my point? So if you want to be real, if I want to be a Celestian, even if I want to develop, I remember when I came into the scene, the likes of Baba Buro, Imole Ayo, Okuremi Olabanji, most of them like that, they deal with 145 chords, then those primary chords with different kind of this church high life that was emancipated from Ghana. Ẹ wá sìn Jésù, ẹ wá fìyìn fún, ẹ wá ká ṣọpẹ́ ká jọyìn Bàbá. Originally, the music was from Ghana. You get my point? Ghanaian high life. And they came into this, although Uncle Banji also want to, to develop it, to recreate it. Because, don't let me lie to you, Remi Olabanji, Akim Karim, Fela Anikulapo, Orlando Julius. Those are the pioneers of ethno jazz in Nigeria. Take it or leave it. Because if you go and listen to Remola Banji in the 70s, you will understand what I'm trying to say. Because he rubbed shoulders then. Listen to Akim Karim. You know, these are Celestian. Although Akim Karim was converted to Celestian, from Muslim to Celestian. You don't understand? But these are the pioneers. Although Fela Anikulapo really solidified it, Orlando Julius, they solidify it, they put it into a professional way, perfectly deep into ethno jazz. Now, it's different from Baba Boro, Mole Ayo, who else? And so on and so forth. Guys like that I can, you know, and they only operate on primary chords. Did you understand?
Yes.
But when we came in, you know, we've been on the ground doing our researches, you know, trying to merge different kind of genre together. We move away completely from that 145 primary chords. And because I don't want to hear something regular, we started introducing pandatonism, you know. Our boys, so they want to be more music. They know about music. I remember in transmission then, you know, you have to, if you don't sabi music, you don't feel calm. If you are not a professional, it's not necessary for you to play notes. I mean, to score music, but you must good in what you're doing. And we experiment music. If transmission is coming to anywhere, everybody man, one lorry has them to be food. Those guys are coming because they know the kind of stuff they're made of.
Right.
You get my point? And we don't play filthy music. We develop those music. And when people say, you might know, because they don't understand it. Minor is a skill, not a genre. You get my point? Yes. So, to develop our music, first of all, you must understand your musical culture. You must know do's and don'ts. So whenever you are trying to develop your stuff, you back it up with the tenets and the rules and regulations of the church. Definitely you get there. You perfect it. But when you've already finished, forget about the tenets. So just ordinary physical thing, you know, but ẹni tí ó dọwé kọ́ má kó gùn gbẹ̀sẹ̀nu tó jẹ́ bàbá àbí olùṣàgùtàn òun náà ló máa lọ láàrin ìjọ, you know, tó máa pè pé bàbá wa ló ń bọ̀ tó máa yọ owó jáde tó máa spray nínú church. So is that one right? When Oshofa was around, if you want to spray, you put the money inside the bowl. That is sign of humility. But we musicians, we love let's spray, you know, because that was what we want to make money. That will bring money. So if that is what you want, we will give it to you and we get our money and we go. A musician is different from the structure of the church and the structure of the choir. If I'm being invited as a musician to your church, I will sing according to what you want. My performance will be based on your own thing. You get my point? So, my sister,
So I think
what says the time now? Okay. I have just 10-15 minutes more.
okay, about worry. We're gonna round up right now.
Okay.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, Brother Shay, we will
Mhm.
not leave this whole thing to continue in this kind of mess. Because
Close that thing.
if we leave it as it is, it is not about this generation alone. A lot of people, a lot of people are still coming in, and if they meet us in this mess, say I take clean, say I take clear up, they are going to continue in the same vein.
Point of correction. Point of correction. Point of correction. Celestial Surprise is not in the mess.
No. I'm not the church.
I don't want us to put it that way. You know, the church itself is a church of God. You get my point? It is the people who are, I don't want to mention that. And orin ìjọ mímọ́ sọ kínní kan. Ó dùn mí gan pé wọn ti fi orin wọn, they've not included the song to the hymn. It was given to us on the way to from Ilorin to Osun. Yes. From one woman. The woman is late now. In the bus. Central Choir was establishing them. That was in the 90s, early 90s. So as we are going, the woman went into trance and now sang the song. I will sing it.
Okay.
Honey, ṣé mọ̀ pé ìjọ mímọ́ ti múra láti yọ àwọn ọlọ́tẹ̀ kúrò nínú ọkọ̀ rẹ̀. Ṣé mọ̀ pé ìjọ mímọ́ ti múra láti yọ àwọn ọlọ́tẹ̀ kúrò nínú ọkọ̀ rẹ̀. Ojú yín lẹ ó fi rí èrè iṣẹ́ àwọn tó ń da ìjọ mímọ́ láàmú. That was the song. If I have to explain the technicalities of that music, not even talk less about the lyrics. I'm going to pay Ọlọ́run fúnra rẹ̀ ló mú orin yẹn wá. You know, I remember that day in the bush. Wọ́n tó wá kọ bàjẹ́ lọ́nà, bàbá yẹn kọ kó sẹ́nu. Late Baba Tisha also was there because Baba Tisha brought the woman to the Central Choir. They call him Baba Olagunju. You know, also was present that day. Baba Ray also, the Baba Dituro also was there. You know, don't worry. When God comes, you will see it happen. Ó máa ṣẹlẹ̀ bí ìyanu ni.
Okay.
We don't need, wait, you don't need to ṣípẹ̀ fún abuké. You get my point? I can't say that one in English. I need that ṣípẹ̀ fún abuké. She'll get a scope. You don't need to advise an hunchback person. You get my point? Whatever. Help yourself. So don't worry. Celestial Surprise is not in the mess.
I'm talking about so many how do I say that? I'm talking about the system that is corrupt in the church, not
in the church.
Celestial tó ṣe jáde láti ọ̀run wá. We make up gbogbo wa yìí là ń jẹ́ sẹ̀lẹ̀. But it is not the four corners or walls tí wọ́n fi kọ́ ìjọ, the wọ́n pè ní church. Àwa tá à ń lọ síbi ibẹ̀, àwa gangan ni. So I am talking about.
Kí ló ń pè lólùjọ mímọ́?
Olú ìjọ mímọ́, ẹni tó ní ìjọ mímọ́, that's ẹni tó ní.
So it's not the people. It's not the people.
Okay. We are not Olú ìjọ mímọ́ now. That should be God, not our.
Okay, yeah.
We are just parishioners. Our just in ìjọ mímọ́ ni. So ẹni tó ní ìjọ ẹ̀ should be God, our call. So our gongo ni mo sọ pé we are the mess in this church, and we really need to correct ourselves and deal with ourselves the right way. Tabashi if you go hierarchy, this person is a shepherd. This
Wait.
person is also.
One of my brother, Ebenezer, we started Sunday choir together. Baje, he said talking drum is part of celestial music culture, but the drummer needs to be more spiritual and disciplined. You don't understand? This person that is talking I don't know whether he still play talking drum. He started with a talking drum. He's a talking drummer. He has performed for me before. You don't understand? You get my point? And for him to say this, he also can identify that. You understand? Because don't let me lie to you. Dundu ensemble, which we call talking drum. Because people want to dance, it will set you on fire. Once you listen to it, you move. But if you are not mindful or watchful, it will send you off the cliff, man.
Okay, Brother Shay, my point exactly now is we cannot continue to wait or watch these people drag the name of the church in mud, because our leaders, while they are not helping us, the preachers, they are not helping us. People pay attention to musicians more than our because some of our they don't even know what they are saying. Let me give you an instance that happened recently in my church. There is this particular verse till everybody man saw every time, and we said wrongly. Even when the preacher was correcting us that day, I don't have you any bit more joke was saying no. You know that ẹ má ṣe bẹ̀rù aago kékeré nítorí dídùn ní Olúwa ni láti sọ di gbogbo wa bá pariwo nínú church láti sọ di ńlá. Do you know that is very wrong? Block táwọn preacher ti kó sí wa ní ọpọlọ from donkey years. We were arguing it until that person said, go and look it up in Luke 12:32. Láti pé dídùn ní Olúwa láti fi ìjọba fún lọ́sọ̀ kò ń ṣe pé láti sọ di ní ńlá. So they don't even know what they are saying. They don't know what they're saying. You cannot give what you don't have. They have failed us so many times. And
5 minutes more. Oh, yeah, okay.
Preachers here, some of us are not interested in listening to them again because they don't know what they're saying, and that's the truth. I was highly disappointed when I found out that it was not what I have known all my life. But what you can't believe the wrong one, and a lot of examples like that. So we don't have faith in them again. We listen to more music, and we expect to be blessed through ministrations.
Coronavirus, my sister, coronavirus, this pandemic has exposed a lot of things. Are you hearing me?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. This pandemic of a thing has exposed a lot of things. Bet me, anybody talk about the reason more after this pandemic, and he's still alive to see the aftermath of it. I'm telling you, that kind of person, please, you should just sign out and go and commit suicide. I'm telling you, because this thing has shown us that in your heart, that is where God stays. Even in the church that we people, attend, we are not really going there to serve God. different kind of purposes la fi ń lọ sí church.
Mm.
Ẹlòmíì tí ò bá lọ tajà ní church, ó fẹ́ lọ show off. Ikú ó ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ra gold. A ṣe gbogbo àwọn psychedelic stuff yẹn. Ìmíì tí ò bá ṣe yẹn, ó lọ nítorí boyfriend àbí girlfriend. In fact, ìmíì tó jẹ́ kinní gan nítorí owó ló ṣe lọ.
Hmm.
Now, are we really serving God? You get my point?
Yes.
We should listen to God. Èyí lóhùn ẹni tí ń kígbe ní ìjù, ẹ tún ọ̀nà Olúwa ṣe. Listen to the son of a man crying in the wilderness. Repent now. Ẹ jí gìrì kúrò nínú orun ẹ̀ṣẹ̀. Ìjọ mímọ́, ẹ tọ̀ Ọlọ́run lọ. Olúwa ń bẹ bí tàtijọ́ o. Àwa la ò sin bàbá bí tàtijọ́. Owó ipò lẹ gbé sórí. Everybody wants to be a pastor. Aṣọ gẹ̀rẹ̀yẹ̀ lẹ dàbora bí àlùbọ́sà. Ẹ gbàgbé ẹ̀sìn. In fact, ẹ̀sìn lẹ̀ ń ṣe o. Fetí sí ni olùṣọ́ àgùntàn ìjọ mímọ́, fiyèsí mi o, ẹ̀yin tí a fàṣírí ìkọ̀kọ̀ fún. Èmi lolúwa, ọba mímọ́ Ísírẹ́lì, ẹ̀mí tó mú ọ láti inú àwọn àkìtàn jáde. There are a lot of people, rich men, women in Celestial Church of Christ now. The only thing they do, they forgot where they are coming from. Even our musicians also. Wọ́n ti gbàgbé ìyà tó ti jẹ wọ́n, you know.
We will get there. We will get
Definitely.
there. Special grace.
Definitely, with or without anybody. God
Yes.
will definitely take us there.
Yes. But as parishioners in our different parishes, we all have roles to play in actualizing this.
Yes.
One person's end.
Everybody needs to stand up to his responsibility. Even if you are a choir master or a vocalist, you must understand the right thing. Even if you're, àlègbò àwọn olùṣọ́ àgùntàn lẹ́nu. You don't understand? Listen. We have no right. Anybody that is called a servant of God, whether is doing jazz or not. You mean jazz what I mean? You know jazz what I mean. To bá ń ṣe jazz, then or tí ò ṣe jazz tó yẹ pé ó ń tẹ̀lé Ọlọ́run. As long as it is called olùṣọ́ àgùntàn, we are not in the position to step on their toes.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing àfọgbọ́n ṣe, you don't understand, because we don't know where their legs has been. So you have to be very careful with all these people. You get my point?
Yes.
But on our own, we can be, trying to stand up to our responsibility. Whenever they ask you to do something, use style. We can be using style to, to tell them, okay, this is what is right. You get my point?
Mm.
So it's not because our musicians, they are vulnerable, people. Because if you don't sing to the audience, they've seen the congregation as audience. Because if you don't sing what they want, they will tell you, but why you moriko? Sister you moriko. Ofuano ni ajo. You can jo now. The best body. All those kind of things. You don't understand. But if you know that your God liveth, God will provide.
Yes.
Once you are putting your faith into man, ìgbà ó yẹ kí n kí bàbá àjọlé ni o, á dẹ̀ nà mí lówó kan. I'm telling you, it's true. He will spray you money. But owó yẹn tó bá ti fún ẹ, ibi tó mọ nìyẹn. Sùtánà ẹ̀ tún máa pọ́n. You get my point?
Yes.
You can't grow. If Baba Joe wants to help you, he will call you. Omowa, keep on in life, you know. I remember when I went to wax my first album and the second album. One of my uncle in the church was just uncle. They call him Femi Adesoya. He just walked up to me and said, "Sheyi, you've been waxing album for churches. Why don't you do your own now?" And this guy gave me, 160,000 naira, be 120. We started the recording at Aphrodisia then. That was 1995. That was what gave birth to Matuo, my first album. Even my second album also, it was a guy in the church. They call him Georgie, Uncle George. He was in Apata Iraye then. So when we are together, just walk up to me and say, "Oh, they say, I don't have money. No, my kind of music, if you want to do that, means you have to record live, and it requires a lot of, hands and technicalities." He said, "How much is it going to cost?" I said, let's say around 400K. You know what this guy did? He just collected my account details. He was dropping the money. Small. And those two people, you understand, I can never forget them. Recently, one of my friends, Emmanuel Shotonde, then Anoluwapo Ajayi. No, these are Celestians, and they are young. Emmanuel called me and said, "Oh," and one other guy also, Emmanuel Wodi. Those fantastic guys. They just come up, say, "We have to do videos. You have to do this. You have to do all of that. You have to assist." That is what we are talking about. There are a lot of talents in the different parishes that you can develop, and their true self will come out. But if you are trying to impose what you want on them, trying to impose that I don't want to call it negativity, that secularity, you will never see good side of them. And that good side of them, that good side will definitely bless everybody. Because if you don't people, because we want money, we want them to do what we want. And the grace will not come. You get my point? So, well, sister, all on Shanwani Nobo Sele.
Ami, it is very deep, and it is not going to be a very easy task to accomplish. We just have to be determined, and let us make up our mind. We are in this, and we're in this for good. Because whatever we do, we are going to give account of our stewardship near Joko. We should always have it at the back of our mind.
Absolutely.
Everything is once we leave, the moment tí wọ́n ti já yẹpẹyẹ bò wá ní ojú tí a ti lọ báyìí, ẹlòmíì máa jẹ ẹjọ́, á sàn fún kó má bí, á sàn fún ẹlòmíì kó má bí ju nǹkan tó máa face lọ nígbẹ̀yìn ayé.
ọ̀rọ̀ ẹjọ́ kọ́ iná, mo máa ń gbọ́ iná àfinú iná kọ́lọ̀ dárí ju gbogbo wa ní jàre.
Amen.
Iná straight.
Amen.
Iná rè.
My ṣe rí kan tí mi sọ fún yín, I told you ni pé bàbá ló ń bọ̀ lé mi. Ẹ̀rí pé mi gan mo tẹ́tí mò ń gbọ́ lecture mi ò lè sọ̀rọ̀ kò sí wàhálà. We're about to come to the end of the show, but before we do that, we're going to go on a very quick break. I will be right back to go on that segment. But actually, you cannot escape this segment because I want him to sing before he leaves. Okay?
I have 2 minutes. So
I'll be right back. Okay, I'll be right back. Let's go.
Hallelujah, ti ṣẹ́gun ọ̀tá yégede. Fi àdéhùn Kristi agbára, jẹ́ kẹ́mi rẹ̀ kó jọba lọ́kàn mi. Lórúkọ rẹ̀, àjẹ́ àṣẹ́gun ẹ̀kún fún ìrẹ́. Bring it up, Tex. Gbéga, gbéga, ẹ̀yin arábá ọ̀run, lórí tẹ́lẹ̀ o, ẹ̀kọ́ ni ayọ̀ sí. Kí gbogbo wa.
Okay. Welcome back. Bashe, yo.
okay.
This is my own ministry.
Okay.
This is my own ministry.
No wala.
This segment, this is where we're going to remind ourselves some of the doctrines that we don't pay attention to in Celestial.
Okay.
So I'm not testing your ability, far from that at all. But the only thing is, if you miss any of my own questions, you know how to, you're just going to sing for me. One, you do a composition for CPN on this program right now. And the other one will be for our viewers and your fans.
I will do a composition for you guys. How do you want me to do it?
Yes, right here.
Okay.
You just do your normal stuff now, viewers and friends.
Okay.
So let me go to the questions now. I have 10 questions. You're going to pick 3 out of the 10 questions. So are you ready?
Okay, maybe quick. I'm not a church goer, so don't bring all these so-called questions. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Tell
me what number. Oh yeah, what number?
Okay, number 2.
Okay. When did Reverend A.H. Bada became the pastor of CCC, and A.H. stands for what?
Okay, I think that one is 87. I mean officially, I think. And then A.A. Bada, Alexandra Abiodun Bada.
Okay. You're correct, Pelu. The initials A.H. is Alexandra Abiodun Bada. But the year is 1985, December 1985.
No. Baba died. Listen. Baba died 85. They wanted to make him a pastor, but controversy started. So they started going to court.
But actually, you don't need
officially, I went to Imeko that day. I was the one singing. So for his coloration, I pay Iwuye. So 85. I don't agree with
But that's
you.
you don't even come. Don't even come. Oh yeah, my viewers. Oh yeah, I want to see your hands now. Oh yeah,
So it's true. Máa pe ọkùnrin tó
let's
sì
see
ń
who is
sìn
right.
á gbé fídíò jáde àwa rí iye.
Mo fọ́ o, but that's you.
Àwọn gbọ́dọ̀ fọ́ o, mi ṣàṣàwọ̀ ṣẹlẹ̀.
This one, Rotimi Ajayi, December 1985, correct. But that's you. Why to me?
Rotimi, I'm not going to accept that.
Okay, this is another one. Lola Gold.
Automatically, listen. Automatically, Bada's supposed to be the next person. You don't understand. But immediately Baba died, all these so-called àwọn ọmọ kòkòrò tó wà nínú ẹ̀fọ́ tó jẹ́ kẹ́fọ́ dàgbà, every one of them bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí spring up. Baba did not say Bada will be the kìnìkan. They started taking the man to the court. So officially, I mean, okay, I agree with you. 85. Don't let me argue. No, but go straight into the history.
But
Went to the history.
This is not fair.
Let's go back to the history.
For me, whether you are not following you to any history lane, for lane, you leave me alone.
Okay, I'm not sure.
I mean, oh yeah. Next question. No, half. Oh yeah.
Number one.
What is the first female rank in Celestial Church of Christ?
Pardon?
That's too cheap for you now. What is the first female rank in Celestial? What is the first female rank in Celestial Church of Christ?
That is sister now. Elder sister.
Yeah, that's too cheap. Why will you pick such question? Oh yeah, what's that for? You're right.
Elder sister, those people that use this yellow of a thing.
You're right. I'm not happy that you got the answer. I know you are right.
Sister, making the problem. Oh, sorry. I don't really know much, when it comes to all these so-called posts. But I think I still remember that one.
Yeah, that's very correct. This one is correct. This one is correct.
Okay. So last one.
So what's the last one?
7.
Yeah.
7.
Celestial Church in the visible came into the world from heaven by divine order. When, and through who?
Well, repeat yourself again.
Celestial Church of Christ, a spiritual, worldwide, united, indivisible, holy church, came into the world from heaven by divine order. When, where, and through who?
I go get where. That's I go get. Yeah. 1947. Through SBJ Oshofa, my great father, my mentor, my spiritual everything, SBJ Oshofa, Reverend, founder, SBJ. In fact, there will be prophet SBJ Oshofa. That's my answer. I think I got 2 correctly, Abby. To you, Abby. But the first one, I'm still going to argue I'm still going to argue the first one.
Oh, wow.
But and let it go, So no.
See, I asked the question. dúró kémi kí n sọ fún yín if your hands on.
Okay.
What
is the answer? What is the answer? What is the answer?
Friend. Okay, my answer is the preemptive answer. You fire about any sir. So my answer is this: the 29th of September, 1947, in Port Novo, Dahomey, Republic of Benin. Republic of Benin, through the founder of the church, the late Reverend Pastor, Prophet, Founder Samuel Joseph.
Novo. Where in Port Novo?
Dahomey.
Where in Dahomey?
But that's what we have in the Constitution.
In your Constitution. Agoge. Inú igbó Agoge.
No, but that's not possible. Nínú igbó Agoge tẹ́ ẹ sọ yẹn. Mi ò like it. Ọ̀rọ̀ mate, I don't like it. You did not get this one correct. The only one
I got correct is the elder sister.
You elder sister.
Ọlọ́run á tún ẹ ṣe o. Anyway,
that's the only one now. Aside that, oh yes, omit Egba. That's not to marry me next week, baby. If I support what I say, you see, I thought you once in a while, let me okay, don't worry.
Inú igbó Agoge ni a ti sọ ìjọ mímọ́ kalẹ̀.
Okay, so people wá lílùlì tí wá ṣẹlẹ̀ ńgbà náà o.
Ibẹ̀ náà gangan ni.
Mixing the dates together now. You know we
ibẹ̀ ni.
In 1947, we had two events. The first one was May 23rd.
Luli.
The second one.
Ore ọ̀fẹ́ fún Jésù wà ní o. Ore ọ̀fẹ́ fún wa níjọ mímọ́. Ore ọ̀fẹ́ tí Jésù máa ní o. That is Mokola. Was it not 77? I think. Celestia ní Nàìjíríà. Àjọ̀dún wọlé tọ̀ wá wá o. Àkúọdún o. That is 30th anniversary. Not kọrin yẹn. So gbogbo orúkọ ọdún yẹn gbẹ wà nù ẹ.
Wow.
So anyway, thank you so much.
Oh yeah, let's do it.
I can't hear you.
Composition first.
Composition.
Then we you want to see her I'm so good at anything. You want me to sing that song?
I didn't hear everything you're saying.
Okay. I said you're gonna do a composition for CTN first.
CTN?
And the second, yes, Celestial Television Network.
Okay, CTN.
Fún àwa olólùfẹ́ àti àwọn viewers wà ní ilé ní orin Central Choir kan. Èmi ni mo máa request orin yẹn. Checking ẹ má bínú tí bá ṣe kọ ẹgbàá bẹ́ẹ̀.
Okay, jẹ́ bí wọ́n kọ́ ṣe ti CTN no. Okay, ṣé English ló fẹ́ ní àbí kíni? Okay, jẹ́ kí n kó gbọ́ ẹ̀kọ́.
Ilé ìdẹ̀bá ti gbé wá náà ni.
Ṣé tó ń gbá gbé wá? Okay.
Yeah.
Luli luli ore ọ̀fẹ́ o. Lẹ̀yẹ ń ké ní ìjọ mímọ́. Ore ọ̀fẹ́ àìlópin tọwọ́ ṣọ̀fà wá sáyé. Hallelujah. Luli luli. Ẹ máa wo CTN. Lórúkọ luli luli. Celestial Television Network. Luli luli. So don't touch that guy. He's always watching. I mean, Celestial CTN.
Celestial Television.
Má worry, mo ṣe dúró náà.
Oh yeah, now. Ìjọ mímọ́ ọ̀rẹ́ mi o. Ìjọ mímọ́. Ìjọ mímọ́ to Christmas.
Okay, thank you. That's my composition anyway. That was my composition anyway.
Oh yeah.
Ìjọ mímọ́, ìjọ mímọ́ ti Kristi látọ̀run wá ní o. Kì í ṣe tẹ́nì kankan yé, kì máa ń ṣe tẹ́nì kankan sẹ́ o. Ìjọ mímọ́ ti Kristi látọ̀run wá ní o. Oṣó àtàjẹ́ ẹlẹ́bọn lóògùn ayé kò lè rí wa gbé ṣe. Àhé 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 rárá rárá. Àhé 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 rárá rárá. Ẹ̀túyáyá o ẹ̀túyáyá. Ẹ̀túyáyá o ẹ̀túyáyá. Ẹ̀ka hallelujah o sí bàbá. Hallelujah. Ojú títí kèfèrí ayé. Ojú títí kèfèrí. Ojú títí kèfèrí ayé. Ìjọ mímọ́. Ìjọ mímọ́ ti Kristi látọ̀run wá ní o.
Welcome. Thank you. God. Thanks for coming on. What do you have to say to your viewers and
Thanks
friends
so much for
before
having
we
me.
leave? You're welcome.
Thank you so much for having me. Ẹ ṣé gan o. I appreciate everybody o. Thank you so much o. God will continue to bless everybody o. And please continue watching CTN. Yeah, Celestial Television Network. Yo, if you want to know about Celestialism, please, Celestial Television Network is the right place to be, Thanks so much for having me.
Thank you so much for coming on the program. My viewers at home, without missing words, I know you had fun today, and we learned a lot from SEYI SOLAGBADE. If you agree with me, that Celestial Television Network will not disappoint you when it comes to bringing the right
punch likes. Let me see all the likes and the love.
You know what we do, right?
Yeah.
Do it again, and you're going to come again, and I'll be here again by the special grace of God. If you have not liked our page, you better do it on YouTube. On the Instagram, no, Celestial Television Network. You know I love you. I love you all so very much. What do you think, Romy? But until next week, that I'll come your way again. Stay blessed. Stay stay low. Stay stable. Corona is still in travel. I love you all. To have a good one. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Sheyi.
Peace. Thank you.
Peace.
Bàbá mi ti sọ̀rọ̀ mi dayọ̀. Jésù Kristi mo dúpẹ́ o ṣeun. Gbogbo òkè ìṣòro mi ti di pẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀. Hey, hey, hallelujah. Bàbá mi sọ̀rọ̀ mi dayọ̀.
Bàbá mi ti sọ̀rọ̀ mi dayọ̀.
Jésù o
Jésù
ṣeun.
Kristi mo dúpẹ́ o ṣeun.
Ṣeun, 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 ṣeun. Oh yes, oh yes. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hallelujah.
Break it down. It's... Now, oya tẹ́wọ́ ẹ̀. Tẹ́wọ́ ẹ̀. Èmi gbọ́júmọ̀ ṣọ̀fà. Kò kí ń pariwo rárá. Nítorí he has grace. Grace yẹn ló fẹ́ bèrè ń sìn. Tẹ́wọ́ ẹ̀ tó bá dẹ̀ wọ́n ẹ má tẹ́. Má gbọ́. Ire ayọ̀. Ire ayọ̀. Ire ayọ̀. Bàbá látòkè wá lọ́dọ̀ rẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ bàbá.
Ire ayọ̀.
Pariwo kò sọ bẹ́ẹ̀.
Ire ayọ̀. Bàbá látòkè wá.
Look at that. I believe we are in a revival. This is not a concert. If I get concert ni, I'm at diving at something. She gets. Everyone is evangelist, but I'm a child of God. So pray, I'm a child of God. I'm a child of God. Oh yeah, two knows, okay. Jésù ló gbé ọ̀sán máa bọ̀.
Yàrá tètè yá máa bọ̀.
Break it down. It's. I remember one of the our preacher. Also, Connie, if you want to give your life to Christ, you should come out. In fact, in your meji lo jade. Religion of pretense. I can see it all over you. But when they stood here and said, all the kinikon that is worrying you, abi whatever, you should come out, everybody was out. That means you don't even care about heaven. You only care about material things. Toma shake lọ́jọ́ kan. Mo ní Jésù ló gbé ọ ṣá máa bọ̀.
Yàrá tètè yá máa bọ̀.
Ó yá sáré máa bọ̀, máa bọ̀, máa bọ̀, máa bọ̀, máa bọ̀.
Yàrá tètè yá máa bọ̀.
Bó bá jẹ́ ẹlẹ́ṣẹ̀ ni ó ṣá máa bọ̀.
Yàrá tètè yá máa bọ̀.
Tó bá ń pànìyàn ṣá máa bọ̀ lọ́dọ̀ Jésù.
Yàrá tètè yá máa
In fact,
bọ̀.
ó ṣetán láti gba ọ̀la o.
Yàrá tètè yá
Look at
máa bọ̀.
Ẹ jẹ́ àjọ kọrin. Kristi jọba. Ó pariwo tó. Mikaeli. Kristi jọba.
Ayé yìí o.
Èṣù wo.
Owó lulẹ̀.
Ó máa fò sókè tó máa wo mọ́lẹ̀ sí i nù. Ṣó ti get? Ṣóyá. Mi ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ o. Ẹ̀yin boys ti bá rí MB tó bá sọ pé aago máa lé ẹ̀ dànù ni o. Èṣù wo. Owó lulẹ̀. Let's go now. 1, 2, go. Owó lulẹ̀.
Owó lulẹ̀.
Okay now.
Owó lulẹ̀.
Ṣẹ̀yìn ẹni phase 1. Ó mọ kí ni ẹni. Now, sọ fún ẹni tó wà lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́. This is going to be a very interaction ní lálẹ́. So don't dull me at all. So fún don't dull me at all. Bó ṣe ń lọ ni. Ó yá máa jó, ó fẹ́ forí balẹ̀ fọlọ́run ọba. Ó máa forí balẹ̀ fọlọ́run ọba ibi tó bá wà kó make sure kó tẹríba because ọlọ́run ju bàbá ẹ lọ. Ó ju. Oh. Máa gbọ́ o. Gbogbo ayé wo lẹ fún áńgẹ́lì ẹ̀júbà rẹ̀ ṣe yí ẹ mú adé rẹ̀ wá ẹ ṣe lọ́ba àwọn ọba. There is no one like you, the mighty one in battle. Let all the knees bow before thee. All the mountains may move and the hills disappears, but even then my faithful love to you will remain. The covenant of blessings never be broken. Oh yeah, says the Lord of hosts. Oh yes. Alone. I worship you. I glorify your holy name. Alone, yeah. Ìwọ nìkan ló tó bẹ́ẹ̀. Bá gbogbo ògo lórí mi o. Bá gbogbo ògo lórí mi o. Ọba àwọn ọba. Ẹlẹ́rù ni. Ọba tó tóbi. Ọ̀rọ̀ tí ń gbénú ọmọ ènìyàn fọ́hùn. The I am that I am. Bring it out. In the beginning was the Word. And the Word was with God. And the Word was God. Everything was made through Him. Without Him, nothing made that was made. In Job, in Him was life. And the life was the light of man. The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness it can never comprehend. Oh, Ọba ni ọ̀rọ̀ tí ń gbẹ́nu ọmọ ènìyàn fọ́hùn. Mo máa gbé ẹja kú ni. Wọ́n sún Ọlọ́run. Mo forí balẹ̀ yìí. I worship you, the awesome God. Ojo, Olúwa ẹ tóbi o, ẹ tóbi o. Olúwa ẹ tóbi, ẹ máa tóbi o, ẹ tóbi o. Sẹ́ni tá lè fi ṣàkàwé rẹ̀ o. Emma Togo, sẹ́ni ká lè fi ṣàkàwé rẹ̀ Togo, Olúwa ẹ tóbi o, ẹ tóbi. Lélelélé. Olúwa ẹ tóbi o, ẹ tóbi. Kò sí yẹ. Kò sí o. Mo fẹ́ kó move síwájú sìn. On my take, look for a partner. Look for a partner. Why èèyàn kan kò dì í mú? Ó yá wojú ẹ̀ sọ pé neighbor. Are you ready to grow? Oh my warn you, you are going to drag he or she. Tó bá ti sọ pé òun lọ, fílẹ̀ kó wẹ́ lómi. Ó yá 1, 2, 1, 2. Ká lọ nínú ògo. Ó yá, ó yá, ó yá, ó yá. Ká lọ nínú ògo. Fò wọ́n. Ká lọ nínú ògo. Ká lọ nínú ògo. Ká lọ nínú ògo. Ká lọ nínú. Mo ní ká lọ nínú ògo. Ká lọ nínú. Ó tí tó, ó tí tó. Sọ pé kò tí tó. Sọ pé kò tí tó. 1, 2. Ó yá nínú ọlá. Ó yá nínú owó. Ó yá nínú ọrọ̀. Ó yá nínú ògo. Ó yá nínú ògo. Ó yá nínú ọlá. Mo lọ sí inú ògo.
Ó yá nínú ògo.
Ó yá gbójú sókè. Èmi fẹ́ pàṣẹ nítorí Ọlọ́run ọ̀ṣọ́fà náwó ẹ sókè kó gbójú sókè. Ó fẹ́ gbáre ni o. Sọ pé ọ̀run ṣí. Are you ready? Sọ pé ọ̀run ṣí. Á dá fún ẹ. Now we are going. Ó yá 1, 2, go. Ilẹ̀kùn ayọ̀ mi ti ṣí. Ọ̀run ti ṣí ilẹ̀kùn oore. Ẹ̀mí mímọ́ lálá ṣe pé iṣẹ́ tó dá ìkó lọ padà. Ó yá sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ sọ bẹ́ẹ̀.
Ilẹ̀kùn ayọ̀ mi ti ṣí. Ọ̀run ti ṣí ilẹ̀kùn oore. Ẹ̀mí mímọ́ lálá ṣe pé iṣẹ́.
Oh yes.
Tó dá ìkó lọ padà.
Ó yá ìsọjí la wà sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ sọ pé ó yá sọ pé lórúkọ Jésù. Lórúkọ Jésù, ó yá. Lórúkọ Jésù, yá. Lórúkọ Jésù. Ó yá, lórúkọ. Mo ní lórúkọ Jésù sẹ́. Ó yá, lórúkọ Jésù. Mo ní lórúkọ Jésù. Agbára ń bẹ nínú. Agbára ń bẹ nínú, agbára ń bẹ nínú, agbára ń bẹ nínú, agbára ń bẹ nínú. Káwé sókè. Agbára ń bẹ nínú ẹ̀jẹ̀ ọ̀tọ̀. Agbára ń bẹ nínú ẹ̀jẹ̀ ọ̀tọ̀. Agbára ń bẹ nínú ẹ̀jẹ̀ ọ̀tọ̀. Ó yá nísìn, ó máa pàtẹ́wọ́ fèmí ni o. Aṣọ di ṣẹlẹ̀ cherubù. Now, are you ready? Ẹni bá mo rí Jésù ló lè pàtẹ́wọ́. Are you ready? Are you ready? Ṣó ti yá? Á dá fún ẹ náà. Ṣorí kémi kan ti rẹ́dì. Ó yá jósì jósì. Ó Oya mẹ́ta 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 la tẹ̀wọ́ ìjọ ìjọ.
Àtẹ́wọ́.
Sorry. Ẹni tí ò ní kò ní nǹkan kan. Ẹni tí kò ní Ọlọ́run kò ní nǹkan kan. Okay. Nílẹ̀ lóko nírìn àjò títí láéláé ìwọ lọ́lọ́run. Mama gbé Jésù mi ga títí láéláé ni ẹni tí ò ní ọ ṣọlá kò ní nǹkan.
Ẹni tí ò ní ọ kò ní nǹkan.
Ó lànà síbi tọ́nà kò sí. Ó di Jericho pẹ̀lú agbára. Now let's sing. Money bang by your guitar, money bang by your guitar, money bang by your guitar, money bang by your guitar. Ọba wa, ọba wo, ọ̀rọ̀ tí ń gbénú ọmọ ènìyàn fọ̀ wò. Ó tóbi títí, ó tóbi agbára. Now let's sing. Money bang by your guitar, money bang by your guitar, money bang by your guitar, money bang by your guitar. Ọba wa, ọba wo, ọ̀rọ̀ tí ń gbénú ọmọ ènìyàn fọ̀ wò. Ó tóbi títí, ó tóbi títí, títí láéláé ni, títí láéláé ni. Ó tóbi, ó tóbi. Ẹ wo ọlọ́wọ́ àmì agbára ń bẹ nínú ẹ̀jẹ̀ ọ̀dọ́. Agbára ń bẹ nínú ẹ̀jẹ̀ ọ̀dọ́. I love the way you put it. Jigbini tójú àtẹ ó fọ́ kí ló fẹ́ fà yẹn? Ọba àwọn ọba ẹlẹ́rù ní lọ́ba sing take bóyá skaba. Ọba o ọba o ọba o ọba sọ bẹ́ẹ̀. Ọba o ọba.
Ọba àwọn ọba kábíyèsí. Only you can do this thing. There is no one else like you. Ọba àwọn ọba kábíyèsí. Only you can do this thing. There is no one else like you.
Ó lànà síbi tọ̀nà kò sí. In fact, owó di Jericho pẹ̀lú agbára. Kábí kò sí ó yeyeyeye. Ẹlẹ́rù ni o. Kò sọ́ba bí Jésù. Kò sọ́ba bí Jésù. Kò sọ́ba bí Ọlọ́run. Ọ̀rọ̀ tí gbénú ọmọ ènìyàn fọ́. délé mama tán nílé mo gbé ọ̀gá. Ẹni tó lórí burúkú sọ lórí ire. Àwẹ̀ lórí ọmọ dákẹ́dákẹ́ bàbá mi mo gbé ọ̀gá. Ṣé ìmọ̀ wọlé? Sábàdàbí dìbí dàmtàmbà sábàdàbí dìbí dàmtàmbà yẹ̀dẹ̀ bàbí tẹ̀tí jòjò zẹ̀zẹ̀zẹ̀ jòjò zẹ̀. Instrument, utilizzi, to fora gel. Sound, yeah. Everybody come nearer, listen to me, let me your ears. If you look around you, everything you see, shaping a vanity. Oh mama share. If you get the money, build the house, the photo, get the power. Ojoko. Oh maku. Whether you like it or not, you go die, you go quench. Why don't you cool temper? Ọjọ́ mélòó la máa lò láyé tó lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀wù irin. My sister, cool temper, swallow your pride. Nísìn, à ń ṣe ìkórè, ìjọ ọmọ túmọ̀ ìkórè. Ẹ máa pa màálù méje, ọ̀ pátáparí ẹ̀ 20. Everybody máa jẹ màálù. Gbogbo yín àgbálẹ̀ yín lọ lọ́jọ́ Sunday. Ìkórè ti tán, but let me tell you. Èyí ló wù ẹni tí ń kígbe ní ìjù. Ẹ tún ọ̀nà Olúwa ṣe wò. Listen to the son of a man crying in the wilderness. Repent now. The kingdom of God is at hand. Show all light here. You go die one day. Nínú ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì wọ́n sọ wípé ṣàdúrà ń ṣàmì ìjà ò sí ń ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì. Ìjọ mọ̀ wípé the most deadly politics is in the church. Ká pinnu bọ́lẹ̀ ká wíjọ́ ọmọ lọ́mọ láìdá. Olùṣọ́ àgùntàn ó ti fún gbogbo ọmọ ìjọ lóyún o gbọ́ ni. Wòlíì wa ó máa ń lo jazz ṣòfò bó ṣe ń tẹnu bọ̀lẹ̀ nínú Ṣárọ́nì. Àánú ẹ̀ ń ṣe mí. Ọjọ́ kan lọ́jọ́ kan lájọ́jọ́ kan ó máa sáré títí ó máa rẹ̀ ẹ́. Wàá gbé apá ẹ̀ kò ní ṣe é gbé. Wàá fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ bí ẹ sọ. What does it profit a man that gains the whole wide world? My brother, at the end of the day, this man lost his soul. Kíwáni làkà kókó fẹ́fẹ́. Ojú mi lọ, mo jù ẹ lọ, mo gbọ́n tó ẹ ò gbọ́n tó mi. Mo lè gòkè, mo lè sọ. Ọjọ́ kan lápẹ́. Ọjọ́ kan ní, my brother, why don't you cool your temper? Mr. Ray. No king has God, oh yeah. King has God, yeah. Ṣé ti gbọ́? Àwọn ẹ̀kọ́ gbogbo wa la máa kọ́. Ẹ má sọ mí di tẹlifíṣọ̀n. A sọ̀rọ̀ máa gbèsè. Ẹ máa kọrin yẹn. Ṣó ti yá? Máa gbọ́. 1, 2, 3. Now go. No. No king has God, oh. King has God, oh. tó Yesu. King has got to no, 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 no. Kò sọ́ba bí Elédùmarè láyé. King has got to. Bíbélì sọ fún mi wípé ó ní ẹ jẹ́ kí èpò àtàlíkà kọ́ máa dàgbà pọ̀. Ìtumọ̀ kúrò ní ẹ̀ náà, àbí? At the end of the day, a ó fi iná jó èpò, àlíkàmà sì máa gbénú àká o. Wọ́n á fi iná jó èpò, àlíkàmà sì máa gbénú àká. Bàbá ṣòwò sọ́jọ́ Wednesday, ó ní mo sọ pé ó ní talent. Ọ̀tọ̀ lẹ́ni tó fún ní 5 talents, tó sọ di 10 talents. And other people was giving 1 talent. Ló bá lọ di, ló lọ bẹ́rẹ̀ ẹ̀. Kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀? Ó ní wípé ọmọ ọ̀dọ̀ rádaràda. Ṣùgbọ́n bàbá ṣòwò wá sọ kankan pé ó sọ nǹkan tó wà very very important. Ó bá mi là á, ó jẹ́ kí etí wa kó là. Ó ní kò ṣe ọmọ ọ̀dọ̀ tòótọ́ ṣó òtítọ́ wọ́n ti kówó ìjọ fún ẹ ó ti nà jẹ ó fi ṣe business nọ́mbà G ó pera rẹ ní wòlíì ó ń ṣe charge and pay lábẹ́lé. Ó pera rẹ̀ lólùṣọ́ àgùntàn, ó ṣòótọ́ pẹ̀lú ọmọ ìjọ o. Ó wá pera rẹ̀ lọ́mọ ọjọ́ o. Ìwàkiwà ló ń bẹ nínú ẹ. Kí ló dé? Bàbá korokoro lohun mi yóò máa dún létí ọmọ aráyé ìtàkùn tó ní kéwì máa gòkè apá tòun tèmi ní ọjọ́ lọ. Pẹ̀tẹ̀pẹ̀tẹ̀ tábànà lápáta ẹni tó bá kan ó fara mọ́ má bínú sí mi. Ọ̀bọ̀n yẹn ló ní nǹkan rí ẹ bí mọ̀ but wá Ọlọ́run nígbà tó bẹ ní tòsí ẹ. Bó o bá lówó. Doesn't matter, na privilege oh. In fact, bó bímọ, tó wá ń sunkún ká gbogbo ayé. Don't worry, just be happy. One day, no one knows tomorrow. Ìjọ mímọ́ jẹ́ kó yé mi wípé ọgbọ́n kan tó ṣe ìjọ mímọ́ pé ó ní gbogbo wa la orí búkúrú gbà lágbára bá máa wá ọ̀run. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ó tún wá sọ wípé àwọn tí ń wo ju Olúwa a máa ṣe jẹ́ ká rẹ̀ mú wa. Gbogbo wa la orí búkúrú gbà lágbára bá wá ọ̀run. So tó bá bọ̀ ní ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì pẹ̀lú aṣọ white tí one of the richest person in the church tó gbé jeep kọjá nínú òjò tó wá ta mi sí ẹ lára má ṣe bínú rárá. Jésù ló ta mi sí ẹ lára. Orí ẹ pé Jésù ló ta mi sí ẹ lára o ní ìdá àti bínú. Just be sure of yourself. Believe.
Mo yí Jésù lógo. Mo yọ Ọlọ́run mi lógo. Nítorí kò dá mi sí, ó tọ́ mi dánmọ́. Ó mú mi jáde látàkì tán wá kí n lọ máa bọ́ wọn mọ́ aládé jẹun. Mo yí Jésù lógo. Ó wà láyé, mo wá wà láyé ọ̀pọ̀ ló ti kú ọ̀pọ̀ ló ti dẹni ìgbàgbé bóyá jọ̀wọ́ dákun yìn Jésù lógo. Mo yìn bàbá mi lógo. Ìgbé tó pé mi ò ìgbé ọ̀la mi ò mo máa yìn Jésù lógo. Bóyá ẹ bá mi yìn mo yìn Jésù lógo. Mo yìn Jésù lógo. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni ìgbé tó pé mi ò ìgbé ọ̀la mi mo yìn Jésù lógo. Èmi máa yìn Jésù lógo. Ẹ wá bá mi jíjó ọpẹ́ gbogbo ẹni bá more. Oh, once upon a time I was blind, but now I can see. Mo ní tẹ́lẹ̀ mo ti ṣáko lọ. Ṣé bẹ́ẹ̀ni náà rẹ̀ mo ń ṣakọ ìgbàlà? Ó mú mi jáde látàkì tó wá. Ó ní kí n máa bá wọn máa ládé jẹun. Ẹ̀wẹ̀ níta ní kò lè pàgọ́ ló ń kọ́lé alárinrin. In fact, èmi máa yìn Jésù lógo. Mo yìn Jésù mi lógo. Ìgbé tó pè mí, ìgbé ọ̀la mi ò. Mo yìn Jésù lógo. Bóyá ẹ̀kọ́ tó ní. Mo yìn Jésù lógo. Mo yìn Jésù lógo. Bóyá ìgbé tó pè mí o, ìgbé ọ̀la mi ò. Mo yìn Jésù lógo. Ẹ wá bá mi jíjó ọpẹ́ yọ. Nítorí kó ṣeun àánú rẹ̀ pọ̀ títí. Ẹ wá bá mi jíjó. Yes, ó sọ mí lálágbára. Ṣé bẹ́ẹ̀ni náà rẹ̀? Ó mú mi jáde látàkì tó wá. Ọba àwọn ọba, gbangba yìgìtà ọba, mo gbé ọ̀gá. Kábíyèsí lórúkọ rẹ̀, ọba àwọn ọba ní o. Ó ṣe, ó ṣe. Ó yá. Ẹ máa kọrin kẹ́ máa jó, kẹ́ sì máa yọ̀ gbogbo ọjọ́ mímọ́ nítorí ìfẹ́ rẹ̀ kẹ́kẹ́ lù mí. Tó bá ti mòre, mo fẹ́ kó máa jó níbikíbi tó bá wà. Ṣòro pé èmi gan mò ń enjoy ara mi báyìí. Mo yìn Ọlọ́run lógo. Ẹ máa kọrin kẹ́ máa jó, kẹ́ sì máa yọ̀ gbogbo ọjọ́ mímọ́ nítorí ìfẹ́ rẹ̀ pẹ̀lú wa. Hey! Olúwa ló rán mi, kì í ṣe ènìyàn rárá o. In fact, bó bá jẹ́ ènìyàn ni, pàṣípààrọ̀ ló máa ṣe. A fún ẹ lówó in exchange for your life. Alákọ̀rí àwa kú tògótògó. Brother, sister, wò mí ná. Ní tèmi. Ọmọ Ọlọ́run alààyè lèmi ń ṣe o. Orin Ọlọ́run alààyè lèmi ń jẹ o. Ẹ máa kọrin kẹ́ máa jó kẹ́ sì máa yọ̀ gbogbo ọjọ́ mímọ́ nítorí ìfẹ́ rẹ̀ pẹ̀lú wa o. Ẹ máa kọrin kẹ́ máa jó kẹ́ sì máa yọ̀ gbogbo ọjọ́ mímọ́ nítorí ìfẹ́ rẹ̀ pẹ̀lú wa. Ọ̀pọ̀ òjò ló ti rọ̀ ilẹ̀ tí fi mú. Ọ̀pọ̀ ìjì ló ti jà kò tóbi mú ọkọ̀ rárá. Not that I'm worthy to be alive. No be say I better pass who has no life. And your loving kindness, they make me dance, they make me pose, they make me dengue. Once upon a time I was blind, but now I can see. Money tele 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 moti sharp lo. Ore ọ̀fẹ́ Ọlọ́run ló pè mí padà. Ló bá sóhun tuntun láyé mi. For everybody to come and rejoice with me. Ẹ wá bá ó yá náà. Ẹ wá bá mi jó. Ẹ wá bá mi yọ̀. Ẹ wá bá mi jó. Ẹ wá bá mi yọ̀. Ọlọ́run ṣòwò tuntun láyé mi. Mo jó mo yọ̀. Olúwa ṣòwò tuntun láyé mi. Mo jó mo yọ̀. Mo yìn Baba. Break it down, down, down. Shorty, mo fẹ́ kó sọ kankan tó bá wà ní tó bá ń wò mí, you know. Wá di orí ẹ mú because Ọlọ́run sọ fún mi pé òun ti gbére kan dé báyìí. So get. Wọ́n máa sọ wípé tó bá mú orin ẹ̀ o. Now listen. Dire ayé mi dire o. Dire ayé mi dire. Ọba mi mo ti fún mi láyọ̀. Dire ayé mi dire. Mo fẹ́ fi iyọ̀ sí ni má wọrí ṣókè jẹ́ kí n tún gbé báyìí. Dire ayé mi dire. Mo ní dire ayé mi dire o. Ọba mímọ́, ẹ̀mí mímọ́. Ọba mímọ́ ti fún mi láyọ̀. Dire ayé mi dire. Mo lọ dire. Dire ayé mi dire. Dire ayé mi dire. Ọba mímọ́ ti fún mi láyọ̀. Ó dire ayé mi dire. Ó yá, àwọn áńgẹ́lì Ọlọ́run bàbá o. Àwọn áńgẹ́lì Ọlọ́run bàbá. Iṣẹ́ tí bàbá rán wa o, làwa yóò máa ṣe. Ọmọ ìjọ mímọ́, ó yá gbélé. Nínú ayọ̀ làwa lọ́dọ̀ bàbá o. Nínú ayọ̀ làwa lọ́dọ̀ bàbá o. Ayọ̀ bàbá o, yeah. Ayọ̀ tí bàbá fún wa yóò dé òpin. Orin, orin ṣẹ́gun, elelelele. Orin ṣẹ́gun, yáyáyá. Orin ṣẹ́gun, àwa ìbọn. Ọba àwọn ọba o. I want you to sing sing this one, let me take your mind back to the, to the 60s, because right now you just been going and going and going in Christ, But go back to more, mommy, go. Ojú ti Yekede ojú ti tọ̀tá o, ọmọ Ọlọ́run. Hallelujah ti ṣẹ́gun ọ̀tá. Yekede ojú ti tọ̀tá o, ọmọ Ọlọ́run. Fi àdéhùn Kristi agbára. Jẹ́ kẹ́mi rẹ̀ kó jọba lọ́kàn mi. Lórúkọ rẹ̀ àjẹ́ àṣẹ́gun ẹ̀kún fún ire. Bring it up. Gbéga gbéga ẹ̀yin arábá ọ̀run lórí tẹ́lẹ̀ o, ẹ̀kọ́ ni ayọ̀ sí. Kí gbogbo wa lẹ́kún fún ayọ̀, ẹ̀kún fún ire. Ẹ fi adé, fi adé, fi adé, ilé ògo náà ọdẹ ládé, fi adé, ẹ̀kún fún ire. Tó bá mú mi débẹ̀ máa yọ ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀. Tó bá mú mi dé ìlú ológo. Tó bá mú mi débẹ̀ máa kọrin, máa fi fọba ọ̀run. Bó mú mi débẹ̀ máa jó. Tó bá mú mi débẹ̀ máa yọ ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀. Máa kọrin o. Tó bá mú mi dé ìlú ológo. Tó bá mú mi débẹ̀ máa kọrin, máa fi fọba. Èyí ló yẹ Ọlọ́run o. Alpha Omega lọ́jọ́ gbogbo. Ọba dání mú àgbàgbé lọ́lọ́run o. Lọ́tọ́rí ẹni tí kò sunwọ̀n ṣe. Èyí ló yẹ Ọlọ́run o. Alpha Omega lọ́jọ́ gbogbo. Ọba dání mú àgbàgbé lọ́lọ́run yóò. Lọ́tọ́rí ẹni tí kò sunwọ̀n. Bó mú mi yẹ ó bá mú mi débẹ̀ láyọ̀ ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀. Ó bá mú mi dé ìlú ológo. Ó bá mú mi débẹ̀ máa kọrin, àfi ọba ọ̀run. Ọlọ́run àgbáyé, ọ̀wọ̀ ní forúkọ rẹ̀. Ẹ̀yin la gbẹ́kẹ̀lé, dákun máa jẹ́ kójú tiwa. Ọlọ́run àgbáyé, ọ̀wọ̀ ní forúkọ. Ìwọ la gbẹ́kẹ̀lé, dákun máa jẹ́ kójú tiwa. Bí kò ṣe pé ó kọ́lé náà, ó ṣiṣẹ́ ṣe lásán. Wàhálà tí ó gbígbà rán ìrànwọ́ rẹ̀ sí wa. Ọkàn mi yìn ọba ọ̀run, mú ọ̀rẹ́ wá sọ́dọ̀ rẹ̀. You know, not only Celestials is watching us, you know. Other Orthodox churches are also part of us, you get? So, ọkàn mi yìn ọba ọ̀run, mú ọ̀rẹ́ wá sọ́dọ̀ rẹ̀. Hey, ìwọ làwọn sàǹtà rí jẹ, àràbà ayé bí. Hey, mo lọ́kàn mi.